Now, for the next 7 days, you're going to work as hard as ever for us, Louisa. Really? You saw me off at the airport, didn't you? Why are you here? I wonder why you don't understand. I'm here to accompany you on your joyous honeymoon trip, of course. I can't believe that. You even booked your own room for the trip. It's a honeymoon trip, remember? We paid a lot of money for this trip. You should be more grateful. How can I be happy? You are sharing a room with my husband while I'm stuck in a different room by myself. It's not normal. This is normal for me. I'm so happy to be together with my lovely son. It's not a honeymoon if I can't even spend time with my husband because we barely see each other. You're ruining your son's happiness. It's your fault for not arranging this trip properly. Jethro loves trains, and he said he wanted to include a train trip on our honeymoon. We were really looking forward to it. Is that so? Yes, of course. The Rocky Mountaineer is a famous train that offers a great view of the Rocky Mountains. What a great trip! I'm so lucky to have such a great view in my lifetime. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're happy. I'll be enjoying this spectacular view with my son. The fact that mother and son can enjoy it together is even better. I haven't talked to Jethro yet about this. He said that it's going to be a great trip since I'll be accompanying him. Isn't that nice? Jethro is a good boy who loves his mother. Did he really say that? He loves me more than anything in the world. It's natural for him to feel that way. So, I've been deceived then? He's never acted like that before. He needed to hide it from you. If you knew his true personality, you would refuse to marry him. That's why I told him to hide it well. What? I'm an elderly woman. My body is starting to show signs of wear and tear. I thought it's about time to find a maid to help me take care of my son. You arranged our marriage just for that reason? That's right. I have an acquaintance who knows well about young women who can be a good wife. I asked around, and your name came up. Since my parents died 10 years ago, I've only been to my family home a few times a year for cleaning. I can't believe my name came up as a candidate. Isn't it strange? I don't think so. What do you mean? Your parents were well-known landowners, but they've passed away. If you get married to Jethro, there are a lot of advantages I can obtain. Gosh, I can't believe you just said that. Besides, it's a coincidence that you work for the same company as my son, so I thought it was fate for you and Jethro to be together. Then why has Jethro been so kind to me so far? Because I told him to make it work until both of you get married. That boy will do as I tell him. Did you ask him to cook dinner for me since I was working a lot of overtime? I had him cook using expired food and moldy vegetables that I had in the house. Don't you think that's a good idea? Oh no, that's terrible. I thought Jethro did his best to cook for me. So even though it tasted a little weird, I decided to eat it. Besides, you take Jethro around a lot because you enjoy taking pictures of scenery, don't you? He always went with me because he said it was fun to ride on his favorite train. He looked so happy. Jethro said that he loves trains, but taking an ugly woman with him was the worst because it made him feel bad. I was sorry to hear that. That's terrible. I'm so proud of him since he coped with it and got married to you. That's my son. He's always been a patient boy. If that's true, it's horrible. I don't think I can stay married to him. What are you blabbering about? Now that you and Jethro are married, you have no choice. You are Jethro's wife, so you'll serve me and my son well. Is that clear? I'm afraid I just can't decide it by myself. First of all, I need to confirm with Jethro. That's no use. After the train trip is over, I'll have you work hard as a baggage handler. I don't want to do that. Are you trying to talk back to me? You're so cocky. Did you really think I'd listen to you? That's impossible. I thought you'd be easy to deal with, but I guess I was wrong. You're so annoying. No one would listen to such a reckless thing you just said to me. I don't need a useless wife. If you don't want to carry the baggage, why don't you go back home by yourself? I don't care if my son divorces you. Please don't decide on your own. I'll decide what to do after I talk to Jethro. There's no point in struggling. I'll enjoy this trip together with my son. Just the two of us. My name is Louisa. I'm 28 years old. My husband Jethro is 32 years old, and we just got married a month ago. He and I work in different departments of the same company. We started dating when I picked up his nameplate he dropped accidentally. But it looks like it was a part of my mother-in-law's plan. To my surprise, I found out about everything during our honeymoon. Audrey, my mother-in-law, is 62 years old. She was friendly and easy to talk to when I greeted her on our wedding day. I had no idea that she was hiding her true intentions from me. As soon as we landed in Canada and arrived at the train station, my mother-in-law appeared out of nowhere. She shoved a single-room ticket in my hand, took my husband's arm, walked away, and got on the train. I was astonished at the sight. I couldn't believe what I saw. I rubbed my eyes again and again, but unfortunately it was reality. I couldn't believe that Jethro's kindness to me had been a lie. I asked for the room Jethro was in, but it was locked and I couldn't get in. No matter how much I called out to him, he ignored me. Considering the inconvenience to the other rooms, I had no choice but to go back to my room and contacted him by phone. But what awaited me was only a sad ending. What do you want? I'm with my mom, popping open a bottle of champagne and enjoying the view. Don't interrupt me. Now I understand that what your mother said was true. You deceived me, Jethro. I don't know what she said, but I'm sure that Mom said the right thing. You married me to provide yourself with a servant, didn't you? Don't talk to me like that. I was just looking for someone who could enrich me in Mom's life. Sounds nice, right? Huh? What are you talking about? I knew it. This is too much to bear. You're so happy to be able to take care of your beloved husband, aren't you? It's what every woman dreams about. What's wrong with you? Everything is wrong. I don't think we should continue our marriage life. Looks like Mom is right. It seems that you're the wrong wife for me. You're just a useless woman. I'm not a useless woman. You know what? You're a good wife if you obey your husband. If you can't do that, I don't need you. You're not fit to be my wife. That's a terrible thing to say. Who on earth do you think you are? You don't want your husband to leave you the moment you get back from your honeymoon, do you? I thought that kind of thing only happens in movies. I'm giving you 2 days. If you don't want to be dumped, change your mind during that time. Think about it. All right. I'll think things over. You better reflect on it and do us a favor. Hey, where are you now? Stop dawdling and come to the souvenir shop at the train station. You're supposed to do your duty as my son's wife. The two of you forced me to handle the luggage, so it was hard for me to move around. Have you lost your strength after living on the train for the past 2 days without food while crying? I think my pants got a little tight because I enjoy the excellent food, wine, and scenery alone. It was a precious experience. I know that you're just pretending to be tough. Anyway, I bought some souvenirs, so you'll have to carry this for me too. That's why you're here. What? You just got off the train, didn't you? You bought some souvenirs already? You must really like to shop. I found a great store, so I went ahead and stocked up. I bought 30 bottles of 500 milliliter maple syrup. Isn't that nice? That's too much. Why did you decide to take all of them home? You should have sent them by shipping service or something like that. I have a good servant to take care of that, and it's a waste of money to use this shipping service. As long as you carry those with you, I don't mind at all. I see. Please tell your maid that I wish her the best of luck then. It's none of my business anyway. What? I'm talking about you. Get over here and take care of our stuff. Didn't you hear me? I told you that I'm not going to take care of your stuff. You're definitely a slave since you're carrying 3 travel bags with you. Stop your babbling and get over here quickly. Absolutely not. Why should I do that? You're talking back to me again. Now I know that I've chosen the wrong wife for my son. Same here. From the bottom of my heart, I think I've made a mistake in choosing a husband. He was a horrible man after all. You lousy talker! Enough! Go back home. You're useless. So you can go ahead with the divorce. Don't worry about that. I'm on the plane home now with all your luggage. What? I've got them all with me, just like you said. I've been very helpful, haven't I? What are you talking about? I'm going back home as soon as I can, just like you said. You have no complaints about this, right? Wait a minute. What do you mean? Furthermore, as per your request, I will quickly submit the divorce papers that you've prepared when me and Jethro got married. Now you've got what you wanted. I was a good wife, wasn't I? I told you to wait. What are you doing so selfishly? What's wrong with that? You're just joking about what you just said, aren't you? No, I'm serious. I just happened to get on a plane back home because there was a cancellation. Seems that God didn't abandon me. I was so lucky. You've got to be kidding me. What on earth are you doing? Get down here right now, you useless woman. Gosh, you just told me to go home, so I obeyed you. Now you want me to come back again? I've done what you told me, so why are you so angry? Do you realize what will happen if you do that? If the neighbors find out that you boycotted the honeymoon trip and went back home, bad rumors about our family will spread right away. You're absolutely right. It would really be a big problem if they know that you came along to the honeymoon trip, spent the whole time with your son, disrespected me, and then sent me back home. I can imagine how upset the neighbors and relatives are when they see you and Jethro. Seriously? According to you, I'm the beautiful and smart daughter of the landowners who is well known in the community, right? I didn't say anything about your looks. A daughter of landowners and a woman with unknown family background. Which of us would the people of the community believe? You already know the answer for that, don't you? Hold it right there. Don't tell the neighbors and relatives about what's happening. Just keep it as a secret, okay? It's too late. I've told everything to my relative who is coming to pick me up when I return home. It was a great relief to hear her kind words to me. Who is that woman? She's the daughter of a town councilor who's been a good friend of mine since I was little. I love her as if she were my own sister. That chattering female monster who is said to carry rumors about people at the speed of sound? No kidding! I think everyone in town already knows about everything. I'm sure this kind of topic will spread at breakneck speed. You can't do that! Call her now and tell her that it was a lie. I refuse.
Oh my God, what should I do?
Anyway, Mama's boy Jethro, your favorite mommy is in trouble. Come on out and help her.
How dare you talk to your husband like that? Who on earth do you think you are?
I don't care. You're not my husband anymore. We will be strangers soon.
You don't get all worked up just because you got the neighbors on your side. I think you forgot that we work at the same place.
Oh, that's right. What should I do? Did I do something wrong?
It's too late to panic now. When I get home, I'm going to call the company and tell them all about what you did.
I totally forgot all about you, and I just called the company.
Huh?
I called my boss to tell him I was having a bad honeymoon and had to call it quits. I know it's true, but...
No way.
I was bored spending time alone at the single bedroom, so I called him during his lunch break at work and had a machine gun talk with him. I told them everything.
What a mess.
And it looks like he had it on speakerphone in the cafeteria. I wonder how many people were listening at that time. It's hard to predict, isn't it?
There's always a bunch of guys from my department in the cafeteria during lunch break. How are you going to take the responsibility of what you've done?
I'm not going to do anything about it. I mean, I was just telling them the truth. Well, if you want to make excuses, be my guest. Whatever you say, it's just going to sound like an excuse. Too bad. Better luck next time.
You're lying. Just tell me that you're joking.
I can't wait to see the reactions from the neighbors and your colleagues. I wonder how long you can cope with that.
I can't live in the town anymore if they find out about this. I don't know what I should do. Me too. I can't cope with my colleagues at work. I'll lose my job.
Well, I guess that's life, isn't it? The question is, will both of you be able to return home safely?
That's right, our luggage. Oh no, my passport! It's in my travel bag.
Geez, what should I do? I heard that if you lose your passport, you have to go to the embassy and take care of the procedures. Anyway, it'll cost you money to get a new one. But if I don't do that, you both can't go home.
I only have my wallet with a little cash in it. And since I bought maple syrup, I only have a little over $5 left. What am I supposed to do? I was going to let Louisa pay for everything, so I didn't bring a penny.
Where's your credit card?
I left it at home, in case I drop my wallet somewhere. I don't want it to get misused.
What did you say? So you want us to walk our way to the embassy? What a fun honeymoon trip. Maybe you'll have to stay longer than planned.
Wait a minute, come back now.
Who would go to all the trouble just to become a slave? I'm not going back there.
I won't treat you like a slave anymore. I'll be sincere and nice to you. I apologize for what I've done to you.
I don't need your apology, Audrey.
We're a married couple, Louisa. We have to help each other, right? Please, I'm counting on you.
Married couple? Are you kidding me? We're going to be strangers soon.
Please don't say that.
I'm about to take the flight, so I'm going to turn off my phone. Bye then.
Oh no! Don't leave us here.
I returned back home after a pleasant flight and immediately went to file the divorce papers. I was very tired but relieved. As for my ex-husband and ex-mother-in-law, they were mugged by a gang of hoodlums who robbed their $5. They had to drink maple syrup to cope with starvation. They were given fruits at the market, but since the fruits were rotten, they suffered from stomach ache and had to go behind the grass because there were no toilets nearby. After all those events, they somehow made it to the U.S. Embassy by hitchhiking. My ex-husband, whom I hadn't seen for a long time at work, was mortified. Well, I can understand that. But it doesn't end there. Rumors were already spreading at work. and my ex-husband quit the company, probably because the other employees looked at him with hatred and made it difficult for him to stay working there. The rumors said that any woman who got married with Jethro will be bullied and sold to a nasty company run by mafias overseas. My mother-in-law couldn't even go shopping because she was treated coldly wherever she went in the town. Both Jethro and Audrey got what they deserved. Now, the ultimate thing is my demand for alimony. I demanded $20,000 for the mental anguish I suffered from their bullying, and was approved for payment of $10,000. Now, my ex-husband is working part-time at a convenience store, and my mother-in-law is living secretly with her savings. It's such a sad ending for such an overbearing woman like Audrey. Well, she must be very happy to spend all hours of the day together with her beloved son, since they get along well together. I've had enough of marriage for a while, so I'm going to become a career woman and work hard for my job. I will save up enough money and aim to travel to Canada again next time.
Patricia, I heard from Aaron that you've decided where you're going for your honeymoon.
Valerie, I was going to tell you that later. That's right, we've decided to go to Florida. We don't like to spend long hours inside a plane, so Florida's the best place for us. We have plenty of time to do some sightseeing when we arrive there.
That's great. I have a week back, so I can't stay on the plane for a long time. Good choice, Patricia. Thanks for picking a place close by. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to try marine sports. That sounds fun, doesn't it? I've only seen them on TV, so I've always wanted to try it.
Oh, I see. By the way, Valerie, are you planning to go to Florida with your friends?
Of course not. I was thinking of going with you and Aaron. I thought you guys would be okay with it. Is that a bad idea?
Together? But me and Aaron are going for a honeymoon.
I don't think it's a problem. It will be just the three of us in the new house anyway. Wouldn't it be nice to take a trip to get to know each other? It will be a great memory. Besides, you know what? I hear that honeymoons often lead to fights. And when that happens, I'll be on your side to mediate. You can rely on me.
Haha, that's very nice of you. Anyway, does Aaron know that you're coming with us?
Not yet. He's about to find out. Well, there's no reason to say no.
Oh, I see. I understand.
You don't want to travel with me, Patricia? Looks like your voice sounds unexcited.
No, it's just that this time it's not a family trip but a honeymoon. Usually couples go by themselves, right? I had never heard of a family member participating in a honeymoon trip, so I didn't know how to react.
Patricia, you are surprisingly old-fashioned, aren't you? It's more fun to travel with many people. We will be a family of 3 from now on, so let's get along.
I got it. Oh, excuse me. I've got a customer on the phone. I'm going back to work.
Oh dear, I'm sorry that I disturbed you. Good luck with your work. I'll look into the tourism-related information of Florida, so leave it to me. I have plenty of time to do that.
Hey, Aaron, did you know that your mother wants to go with us on our honeymoon?
Yeah, I know about that. I just got a call from my mom out of the blue too. She's so excited in going that I'm so confused. I told her that I didn't want her to be on the honeymoon with us.
Well, you did a great job.
I tried several times to tell her no, but she's really looking forward to it. And if I told her outright, I'll make her sad. Mom has never been on a vacation like this before. She's never been on a trip, let alone abroad. And it's like a dream come true for her. She's always worked so hard to raise me.
I understand what you're saying, but it's a honeymoon. A trip for just the two of us to get to know each other, right? Do you want me to goof off in front of your mother? I can't do that.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, but can you let my mom go with us this time? After we get back from this trip, let's go on a trip for just the two of us, okay? Maybe we can stay at a luxury hotel and relax there. What do you think?
Does that mean you're going to prioritize your mother than our sweet honeymoon trip?
It's not like that, but would you understand?
I appreciate and respect your mother for raising you by herself. It's absolutely amazing, isn't it? But we can't take care of your mother while going for a honeymoon trip. It doesn't make any sense at all. This time, I'll let your mother join our honeymoon trip. But if something like this happens in the future, I won't forgive you.
I understand. Just this once. Thank you.
Don't forget that we're going on another honeymoon trip when we get back.
Don't worry. I won't forget.
Hasn't your mother come out of her room yet? She was so excited that she asked me to go with her to the souvenir shop before we catch our plane.
I know, but she didn't answer when I went to her room and I haven't been able to get in touch with her.
Are you sure that she's okay? Did she collapse in her room or something?
I don't think so. Yesterday she was doing just fine.
I'm worried about your mother, so I'm going to call her myself. Good morning, Valerie. Aaron says he couldn't get in touch with you. Are you all right?
Oh, Patricia, good morning. Thanks for your concern. I'm fine.
Valerie, Aaron was worried about you too, you know? Do you want to go shopping from now? Anyway, where are you now? Are you in your hotel room?
Don't be surprised, okay? Actually, I just arrived home.
What did you say? You mean you went back by yourself? When? How? Also, why didn't you tell me?
I didn't mean to hide it and sneak back home.
Anyway, everything is good. It's just that I wanted to go home. I'm kind of tired, so let me rest. Wait a minute, please. If you were going to leave, you should have told me that you were leaving. But anyway, at least you arrived home safely. We'll be back by nighttime too, so please take a good rest.
Are you guys going back home today too?
Come to think of it, I looked in my bag just now and found your wallet and passport in it.
I guess they somehow got mixed up when I was packing for our return trip. I'm sorry I didn't notice. I'll return it to you when you get back. Oh, but wait. Oh my God. You can't come back without your passport, can you?
What do you mean? What do you mean that my passport got into your bag? I'm quite sure that I put it in my own bag. There's no way that it's now in your bag. Does that mean that you took it out of my bag without my permission?
Are you trying to say that I stole your passport? Watch your language, Patricia. It just got mixed up in there when I realized. Isn't it because you are sloppy?
That's not possible. I had my valuables in my bag. How am I supposed to go home then?
I don't know. I don't think I can help you with that. You were ignoring my opinion during the trip and made your own decision. Why don't you think about the solution for your own problem by yourself?
Why did you do this to me? Were you planning to leave me in Florida from the beginning?
Actually, not from the beginning. But I changed my mind when I saw your true character during the trip. Come to think of it, Patricia, you weren't keen on the trip after I told you that I'll join you. A wife shouldn't let her mother-in-law know her true intentions. It seems you were also reluctant to move in with me, right? What kind of a person are you to rebel against me after marrying my son? So, this is a discipline. It's how I express my love to you as a family. It's a whip of love. The first step is the most important so that you won't disobey me in the future. It was a good experience, wasn't it? You and Aaron should just do as I say. Now, what are you going to do? I know you are very anxious right now without your wallet and passport. This is what happens when you treat me poorly and disobey me. Now you understand, don't you?
I understand enough. I understand too much that I'm shaking.
What a good girl. By the way, are you still shaking in fear? I know you're worried if you don't have your wallet when you're on a trip. I'm sorry. I can't help you since I'm already back home. I don't know what to do.
I'm not anxious.
I'm shaking with anger.
It's against common sense for you to come along on my honeymoon trip. Also, taking out the wallet and passport of someone's bag is a crime. Are you aware of that?
You're so persistent. Seems that you still have the energy to rebel to me.
I'm going to have a hard time from now on dealing with you. You are such a troublesome wife. I can hardly imagine dealing in the future with someone who thinks that crime is discipline. The fact that you stole my wallet and passport is totally crime, and I will be contacting the police. What? The police? You're calling the police for a mere family problem? You shouldn't bother. Are you out of your mind? Stop playing the victim since I'm the real victim here. It's you who are out of your mind, Valerie. Even a child knows that if you steal from someone, you will be punished. I didn't steal it. I'm just disciplining you. You are not making any sense. Then we should let the police decide, shall we? I'll talk to Aaron first and then call the police. I'm so busy, so I will call you back. You should calm down and think about what you have done. I am not going to apologize since I didn't do anything wrong. Please take responsibility for what you did. Hey, Patricia, what have you done? I'm busy right now, Valerie. Is something wrong? I can't stop getting calls from my relatives. They said that I'm a disgrace for what I did. Oh, I see. Looks like the response has been unexpectedly powerful. Maybe it's because I posted on social media that you stole my wallet and passport and left me in Florida. Your relatives have the access to the social media, so they can also see it. Oh my God, what a thing to do. Quick, delete that post and correct your mistake. Why should I correct it? It's the truth. I'm the one who's getting the ire of all my relatives. Well, that's none of my business. You deserve that. It's your business too, isn't it? Your family. You're supposed to help me. Huh? Is this some kind of joke? Family? You came along on a trip and interrupted the newlywed couple. And then to top it off, you took my wallet and passport out of my bag. That's not something a family member would do. I'm disappointed. You are a persistent person and also not a good listener. I'm telling you that the wallet and passport just happened to be in my bag. You still think of it that way? I'm not going to argue with you about that now. I had a discussion with Aaron. As you can see, he is indignant. When I return back home, I'll probably have to cut ties with you. What the hell is that? Why do I have to cut ties with Aaron? He's my sweet son. If you who have no remorse get involved, there will be more unreasonable things happen in the future. Aaron is worried about me because of this incident. He thought it was dangerous for me to stay with you. Stealing my wallet and left me abroad without a care is too cruel for a discipline. Even though Aaron is a child of such a mother, I'm glad that he's decent. I wonder if he's just like his decent father. It is common sense for a wife to listen to her husband and her mother-in-law. All you did annoyed me, so it's natural to discipline you, right? Why don't you just say it directly then? You don't have to do this kind of criminal act. If you had told me about your concerns, I would have listened to you properly. In the first place, you just said that a wife is supposed to listen to her mother-in-law. You called me old-fashioned before, didn't you? I will say exactly the same thing to you. You were married before, weren't you? You had a bad experience yourself. So now, you are doing the same thing to me? I admire you for raising your children by yourself, but there is a difference between that and this. Maybe so, but I'm so upset now since I have seen your true character. I never thought that you are that kind of person. Oh, I know that you're trying to impress me with your talk, but since I stole your wallet, how are you going to come back home? If you can't come back, it doesn't matter what you insinuate. It won't hurt. I still have Aaron with me. Seems that you don't know anything. What do you mean by that? If you lose your wallet, as long as you have your smartphone with you, you can manage to pay for stuff by using the app and go back home safely. I guess you didn't know about that. Even if I don't have my smartphone with me, I have Aaron who'll help me. Finally, you just said it out, didn't you? You stole my wallet. I'll use this as evidence to file a theft report with the police. Wait a minute! Are you really going to call the police? Not only you forced me to cut the cord with Aaron, but you also want to call the police? That's too much! Too much? That's what you did to me. Go ahead. You can say whatever you want. I'm not going to listen to you anymore. Patricia, I got a call from my son. He sounded so formal and I felt as if he were a stranger. It seems that he really intends to cut ties with me. That's right. I won't lie to you. Did you think I was lying when I said that to you? I didn't think you would go that far. Aaron says he loves me and will protect me, who is his precious wife. It's too late for you to regret it now, okay? I can't forgive you. I'm sorry. I apologize. Please forgive me. If Aaron and I are no longer family, how will I be able to live? I don't care about that. Why don't you solve it by yourself? Serves you right. Right now, I'm living on the money Aaron sends me every month. If we are no longer mother and son, it means that I'll lose those remittances. How can I survive? Why don't you start to get a job to pay for your own living expenses then? The only thing that's important to you is the money. With that kind of thinking, how could you expect me to forgive such a cruel mother? I have no intention of forgiving you. Also, I think the police will be contacting you soon. I contacted the police after I returned back home and told them that my wallet was stolen. I also showed them the evidence. What am I supposed to do? I'm in a panic because I've made Aaron upset and now the police are coming too. By the way, not only will you be arrested for theft, but you will also be charged with compensation. No way! I was left in Florida without my wallet, and I was also experiencing the mental anguish of the possibility of not being able to return home. When I contacted the police, they told me that I should also consult a lawyer. So I consulted the lawyer and found out that I can also get compensation for what you did to me. I'm looking forward to your payment. Thank you very much. I can't afford to pay for the compensation when I can't even make a living without Aaron's remittances. Even if you can't pay, I'll have you pay for that at all cost. You'll have to ask your lawyer how you're gonna pay. I don't think there's any way not to pay, but maybe they can give you some advice on how to find a job and pay for that. Patricia, I'm so sorry. What I did was too much for a discipline. I apologize. Really, forgive me. I'm just a weak old lady, okay? Weak? Stop joking, Valerie. I've never seen someone so strong like you before. So I'm not going to forgive you, no matter how hard you try. I hope you will realize in time about the consequences of what you have done to me. I'm going to be separated from Aaron, who I worked so hard to raise. That alone is an unbelievable suffering, and you don't need to add compensation on top of it. At the very least, please, don't cut me off from the family ties. I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do about it. It was Aaron who came up with the idea after he heard about what you did to me. So it doesn't make sense for you to tell me to stop cutting the cord. Please tell Aaron directly. Well, I don't think he'll withdraw his decision anyway. That's impossible. I've raised him so carefully. I don't know how you raised Aaron, but thank you for being completely contrary and setting a bad example for me. Aaron seems to understand that your ideas are crazy. You know what? I don't deserve this. I'm sorry about that. It's called karma. You know that? Thank you again for setting a bad example for me and Aaron this time. What goes around comes around. So please do your best to atone for your sins. Now then, I have nothing more to say to you, Valerie. Please excuse me. Valerie was arrested by the police for theft. However, since it was her first offense, she received a stern warning and was given a suspended sentence and did not face jail time. We heard about this fact from a relative, and we did not go to see her in person because we were afraid that she would get involved further and do something nasty to us. Aaron, as he had declared to me, cut off all contact with his mother, and of course, he has stopped sending money to her. My mother-in-law, who still could not give up, visited her house every day, crying and sometimes swearing at us. Even though I told her that she was disturbing the neighborhood, she refused to listen and asked me to resume sending money to her. I can never forgive her, so I turned her away. Since I was fed up with her coming to my house every day, me and Aaron decided to move into a house with better conditions than before without telling Valerie about that. We also charged her for compensation, which she had no choice but to start working part-time again to pay for that since Aaron has stopped sending money to her. I heard a rumor that my mother-in-law, who is very energetic for her age, talkative, puts her own mistakes on the shelf, and is always mean to the younger staff at her part-time job, so everyone dislikes her. I'm not a cruel person, so after Aaron cut the cord with his mother and she agreed to pay for the compensation, I deleted my social media posts about what had happened. Now that we are no longer related, me and Valerie are strangers. Since we have some money to spare from the compensation we received, we are happily planning where to go for our honeymoon, just the two of us, one more time.
Hey, incompetent wife. I want ice cream. Go buy some now. I can't. Oh, God. You can't listen to your mother-in-law? I'm at work right now. Of course I can't. Don't make excuses. I want to eat it right now, so go buy it. Okay. Then get out of the house first. Why me? You want to eat it now, right? Then hurry, quick. Okay, fine. Yes, I'm out. Turn right and walk straight for about 3 minutes, and then you'll reach your ice cream shop. Buy your favorite one. All right, I'm going back to work. What? You want me to walk to the store to buy ice cream when my legs are bad? What a devilish wife. This is why I hate incompetent people. You talk with the neighbors for an hour or two every day while you're standing, so your legs and back are strong enough. It's not a problem if you walk for only 3 minutes. God, you say this and that. That's my words. Which is more important, your work or your mother-in-law? Of course. Work, 100%. Of course it's your mother-in-law. What a terrible wife you are. Cruel wife. No choice. Your cute son quit his job on his own, and he's been lazy and lazy and lazy. I have no choice but to work to support you guys, right? If I quit my job, you won't be able to eat ice cream. You should be thankful that you can eat it. Wow. How dare you say that? He worked too hard and his mind and body got weak. And yet, you talk like that? Wow. A person like that would play games with potato chips and Coke in one hand, and then snores like a baby, and sneaks out at night and comes back in the morning? That's surprising. Shut up! You just work for me and James like a slave. That's what a wife is supposed to do. You're incompetent, so you should at least earn money to live on. Oh my God, you're making me cry. Go ahead and cry! What are you talking about? I won't cry. At least, not in front of you guys. Of course I'm kidding. God, you're not cute at all. Poor James. You guys should get divorced. Oh, right. I should get divorced. That's a very good idea. Why am I supporting this mother and son who don't do anything for me? It's a waste of time. What? You're abandoning us? That's terrible. I'm sad. Such a terrible wife. Hey, you told me. Anyway, you're his wife, so you should work to make me and him happy. That's the duty of a wife. Oh, you mean you don't care about my happiness? Of course not. Fine, I'm going back to work. Unlike you, I'm busy. I have to earn my living. Wait, you're just sitting on a chair, typing on a computer, right? Anyone can do that. Can you stop being so cocky? What? I'm an accountant. Do you know what we do? I'm sure you're not busy. So book a room at a fancy hotel for next month. I'm busy. I mean, a fancy hotel? What are you talking about? It's a family trip. Oh, Mary Rose. It's true that I work hard for the two of you every day,
But you don't have to plan a vacation for me, you know.
What are you talking about? It's for me and James. You can come, but only as an escort. You're like a bellman.
Is that a joke too? Why do I have to help people who are just being lazy around every day? I'd like you to work for me.
That's rude. I make a good relationship with the neighbors for you every day. It takes a lot of energy.
You guys are just having a bad-mouthing contest about wives. Well, I'm sure it takes a lot of energy too.
Shut up!
Anyway, you should decide where you want to take me and James on our vacation. Okay, but who's going to pay for it? It's quite a lot of money for the three of us to stay at a luxury hotel.
Of course!
I'm not paying for it.
Don't worry, I'll pay for it.
What? Are you up to something?
Not at all. I've got some money. Leave it to me.
Is it? It's not suspicious money, is it?
Don't worry, it's safe. Book a very expensive hotel, okay?
If you insist, then fine. Will do.
Listen, pick a nice place that I would like. You're a useless wife, so at least be useful at a time like this.
I don't want to be called useless by someone like her. It's very unpleasant. Oops. Excuse me. I didn't mean to let my true feelings slip out. Whenever I talk about my mother-in-law, I tend to have a bad mouth. My name is Anna. I'm 31 years old and I work as a CPA. My husband James and I got married 3 years ago, and since my father-in-law passed away last year due to illness, I have been living with my mother-in-law for the past 6 months. I've noticed that she thinks of me as a servant who brings her money, and she sprawls out on the couch every day. My husband agrees with her and says that what she says is right, which I don't understand at all. I am like a working housekeeper. She kept ordering me to do this and that on this trip. I don't even have time to sit down. Do you know why I put up with this much? Well, you'll find out when you see what happens next.
We're going home now, so you pay $12,000 for the accommodation fee.
What? That's not what you said.
I appreciate you for paying for us. I actually don't, but I'll tell you for now.
You said you would pay, right? You're a liar.
Did I say that? I think you misunderstood.
Have you lost your mind? I didn't know you were that out of it. Shall I send you a screenshot of the message?
That's rude. If you can't pay, go straight to jail.
That way, I don't have to give them trouble. What are you saying? I think it's you guys are the ones who are giving trouble.
Shut up! You speak too much. You're an incompetent wife.
I'm afraid so.
I didn't mean it as a compliment.
Are you with James?
Of course.
Where are you two now?
When we were about to leave, there was a free shuttle bus and he offered us a ride, so we got on.
You got on?
Yes, so what? Is something wrong?
Well, I wish you hadn't used it. If you take that shuttle bus to go sightseeing, they allow you to pay for your purchases along with the accommodation fee.
Oh, is that so? That's good news. What a convenient system. Thank God we chose a luxury hotel.
Oh, no, I shouldn't have said it.
Look at you. You stupid wife. That's what makes you so incompetent.
I beg you, please forget it.
I can't. Well, what should I buy?
Forget about it.
That's useless. I've always had a good memory. Besides, how could I forget what I just heard?
Then you must remember the travel expenses, right? It was just a few days ago.
I don't remember about that.
What a convenient brain. Whatever. I still need time to shop around so you can enjoy at that luxury hotel. Sure, will do. Huh? You're being awfully honest. You two enjoy the nice air while you still can. Maybe you won't be able to breathe soon. I don't understand what you're talking about. Oh, this bag is so cute. It costs $4,000, but I'll buy it. Yes, if you want to, go ahead. It's not up to me. What? You finally gave up? Well, fine. You're going to have a lot of trouble from now on, so good luck. It's funny to see you pretending to be fine. What should I buy next?
Hey, poor lady betrayed by a husband and mom. Look at you.
Hey, James. That's too harsh. You shouldn't tell the truth so directly. What a dickhead husband and a shitty mother-in-law. How terrible.
Hey you. Who are you talking to? Come again?
I know. Asshole husband and mother-in-law who don't work and live off other people's money. And on top of that, cheat on his wife and steal my money.
You should know who you are.
That's right. A wife is the lowest class in the family. Don't talk back to us. You have no idea what you're talking about. Oops, excuse me. I just couldn't help it. By the way, that was a long shopping. You must have spent a lot of money.
Yeah, I guess. I got a new game and PS5, which you barely find in the city. It's a miracle we have it here, isn't it? I also bought a lot of local snacks. I can't wait to go back home.
You came to travel and bought video games? And what about you, Mary Rose? This was a rare chance, you know. I bought a new wallet and shoes, as well as a new purse. You bought all that stuff without a place to use it? That's so rude of you. I'm going to show it off at a tea party with my neighbors. I hope you can have that tea party. What do you mean? Well, I guess you'll see. Well, how much did you spend?
A little over $2,000.
I spent $30,400. Huh. $30,000 and $400? It makes $2,000 sound cheap. That's a huge amount of money. That's right. I got everything from Chanel, my favorite brand. Wow. Chanel must be crying if you're going to use it. I feel sorry. The flashy pink wallet is my favorite. You're almost 60 and flashy pink is too much for you. Isn't it too flashy? Shut up. Well, I'm happy with my purchase and now I don't have any regrets. I'll leave you the payment.
Thanks a lot.
What are you talking about? Have you forgotten? The payment for accommodation and shopping. I told you to pay. Oh, about that? I'm already home, so you'll have to take care of it yourselves. Not my business. Huh? What? Are you two kidding me? The bill goes to the person who made the reservation. I asked you to make the reservation, so not me. I made the reservation under your name. Why did you do that? I had no choice. You're known in the neighborhood as the stingy hag, and that kind of person will pay for us? I knew it was strange. No matter how you think about it, it was completely strange. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, you don't know what the stingy hag means? It means a cheap person who loves to save money. No, that's not the point. I'm known in the neighborhood. Oh yes, you're very famous. You're so greedy for money that you'll jump on a dropped penny like a hyena. I cringe every time I hear that. I don't do that.
Mom, you did that?
Sam's wife who lives next door showed me a video. That tremendous speed. That was amazing.
You're kidding, right?
Well, either way, I made a reservation under your name. I guess I was right after all.
You...
Mary Rose, this is the last chance. Will you pay?
I'll never pay. There's no way I can pay such a big amount of money.
Then, James, you'll pay?
I don't have a job. I have no money. Therefore, I won't pay.
If you can't pay, you're going to jail. I told you.
Yes, you did. Let's do it.
Huh?
I'm sorry for both of you.
What?
The shuttle bus you're in is bound for the police station. You can't get off.
What's going on?
What the hell are you talking about? I don't understand.
If you don't pay the accommodation fee, you're guilty of fraud and theft. So please go straight to the police station, you two criminals.
Wait a minute. Then why don't you pay for it? You're his wife. That's what a wife is supposed to do.
That's right. Help your husband. We're family.
I am not family with you people, which means I'm not your wife. I'm a stranger.
What are you talking about?
Have you finally lost your mind? I knew you were crazy.
Oh, the time has finally come. I've been waiting for this moment for so long. I'm finally getting my wish.
I seriously don't get it.
I just got divorced from you.
Hey, I didn't sign any divorce papers.
You slut. You made up the papers, didn't you? What kind of a scumbag wife are you?
Stop it. I didn't commit crimes like you guys. James, you don't remember? Around a month after you quit your job, I suspected you were cheating on me because you kept coming home in the morning, right?
Hey, are you saying he cheated on you? Give me a break. He's a sincere and kind boy. Stop lying.
Mary Rose, this is our conversation. Please stay quiet.
Wow, what a wife you are. That's why you're an incompetent slut.
God, shut up. Even an elementary school kid can stay quiet. But an adult can't even do that? You did, didn't you, James? I'm asking you.
Maybe, I guess.
At that time, I forgave you for your obvious affair. Do you remember the terms of that time?
No.
The next time, I can't trust you. I'll divorce you with or without notice. So you signed the paper and I forgave you.
Oh.
You finally remember?
But that doesn't mean you can't turn in the papers without my consent.
When you signed the paper, you agreed to it. You can't even understand that?
Don't say like that.
James, let's give up on this defective person. I'll find a young, pretty, good-looking girl for you, okay?
Mommy, but I want Anna.
Hey, I'm here. So please have a disgusting conversation between you guys. I don't want to see or hear it.
If you say so, then let's cancel the divorce.
No, I've already filed it.
Go pretend it never happened.
I don't want to. I want to get rid of you. I don't want to live with you guys anymore.
Anna, don't say that. I can't live without you. You're abandoning me?
Of course I am. You just can't live without my money.
That's not true. I love you. Why don't you understand?
Don't make me laugh. You're still cheating on me as much as ever. You think I don't know?
No, I'm not. Why would I?
Don't make me laugh. I have proof. I'll charge you for compensation. I don't want anything to do with you guys anymore.
Please.
Anna, if you're going to break up with us, at least help us first. Pay all the fees.
You're still talking like that? Very disappointed.
Because we will be taken to the police, right? You think it's okay?
Yes, that's why I asked the hotel.
What do you mean?
That luxury hotel is owned by a friend of mine. That's why I arranged for a shuttle bus from the hotel so that you two would ride on it. If you took a cab, you would have run away. And then I told you about the shopping. So I already knew where you were going.
You're a wicked lady.
Tell me I'm smart. You two won't be sorry if I don't go this far. I won't feel good either.
We would be sorry. We haven't done anything.
I'm the one who takes care of the money and the housework. Are you going to sit on the sofa all day? You call that a couch potato.
Ugh.
God, I'm so happy to get rid of all the things. Well, I'm assuming you'll be arriving at the police station soon? Well, goodbye, you miserable old hag and shitty, cheating scumbag.
Anna, wait! This is too much! Please don't abandon us. Let us be a true mother and daughter again, okay?
Anna, I won't cheat on you anymore and I'll love you forever, so please, help me.
What do you mean by true mother and daughter? I don't get it. He won't cheat on me? He loves me? Why would I believe him? They can only say foolish things. They were really annoying until the very end. I've had enough of those too. But I'm so relieved that they got to have a terrible experience. Later on, they were filed for a damage report at the police station for not paying the accommodation fee and others. After a discussion, they settled the case, but it was hopeless to pay nearly $47,000 in total for the unemployed mother and son. I heard that they borrowed money from a bad bank, and now the amount of the debt has increased 3 or 4 times. By the way, James will have to pay me compensation for cheating on me. So he will have to suffer from money for the rest of his life. He deserves it because he has done that much. I am still working as hard as ever as an accountant. May the next happiness come soon.
Vanessa, why are you not answering my calls? Suspicious. Too suspicious. What are you doing? I'm going to tell you something important now, so listen carefully. As a wife, your mother-in-law is your first priority. No matter what, I must come first. You don't understand unless I tell you every single time how to behave as a good wife, do you? I'm going to have to give you a good lesson on it then. Excuse me, Ursula. I'd answer if I could. I can't answer the phone while I'm driving. It's dangerous and it's also against the law. Stop making lame excuses, Vanessa. Why don't you just hurry up and stop your car somewhere to pick up my call? I'm sorry for being so inconsiderate, but I just got home. Can I help you? You know what I want to discuss with you, but you're just pretending that you have no idea about it. It's beyond rude to leave suddenly without saying anything. I'm sorry about that. I saw what you did to Ricky. You were yelling out loud, hitting and shaking him hard. I panicked that I couldn't stand still. I thought Ricky was in danger, so I decided to protect my son. I couldn't help but to run away home when you went to the restroom. What are you talking about? Me? Dangerous? I'm the one who raised your husband, Joshua. You just called me a dangerous woman, didn't you? That's rude. You must apologize. I don't think so. It didn't seem to me like you cared about Ricky. Well, I'll be honest with you then. It's because he's not cute at all. What? What do you mean he's not cute? He's your grandson, isn't he? Grandson? According to the family register, yes. But what's not cute is not cute. He doesn't even look like Joshua. His face, his gestures, everything. There's no resemblance at all. I got goosebumps today. I was convinced that he's not Joshua's child. I'm sure about that. What are you talking about? You shouldn't say such a rude thing to me like that. Just because you're my mother-in-law, it doesn't mean that you can say whatever you want. Ricky is Joshua's son. You said the same thing when Ricky was a newborn, didn't you? What should I do to make you believe me? I thought he would look a little like Joshua when he grows up. But he looks just like you, Vanessa. So it's natural to think that Ricky isn't Joshua's son. Are you saying that I cheated on Joshua? I didn't cheat on him. Besides, Ricky was only born 5 months ago. It's true that many people say he looks like me, but a child's face changes rapidly, right? I think his eyes and nose look a lot like Joshua's, even the corners of his eyes when he smiles. No, I don't think so at all. I hope you don't underestimate me. You have an ulterior motive. Perhaps, for years to come, you will cheat and misrepresent your child with another man as Joshua's child and instill affection for him. And when it's finally revealed to you for some reason, you will say to him that you don't care about blood ties because he raised a child with you. I'm sure that you'll do such a thing in the near future. It's all a calculation, isn't it? What a horrible wife. Ursula, it seems that you've been watching too many dramas. How did you come up with that kind of crazy idea? Watching too many dramas? How dare you make fun of me? I won't accept the fact that Rick is Joshua's child. Never. I'll change my mind if you do a DNA test and prove it. I won't do that. See? When you refuse, it's like admitting you're having an affair. You maybe think that a DNA test is a simple thing to do, but it costs money. Are you going to pay for it? What? Are you asking me to pay for it? You really are an ignorant wife. I won't pay for that. Since you're the one who's hiding the fact that you were cheating, you have to pay for the DNA test. I'm telling you, don't you dare to put Joshua in trouble. I won't do it. It's a waste of time and money. I don't need any proof. Joshua knows he's the father of this child. I'm not going to let your delusions of me cheating with other guy get in the way of my son's future. There's nothing more foolish than to pay a lot of money just to prove your crazy delusions. That's why I won't do the test. No matter what you say, Ricky is mine and Joshua's child. That's the truth. I'm sorry it didn't turn out like your favorite sloppy daytime drama, Ursula. No, I won't be fooled. I'll never admit it. You have to take the DNA test. Or I'll make Joshua divorce you. Oh, there you go again. Divorce on the second word. I'm tired of hearing that. Of course not. My son doesn't deserve someone like you. It's a shame for our family to be married to a woman like you who is so uneducated. I was against it. Unlike you, who graduated from a low-level junior college where you could get in if you wrote down the name of your hometown, Joshua has always been a brilliant young man. My beloved son graduated from a top-notch university. Then he got married to you over my objections. He's raising a child born from the result of your adultery as his own child. It's disgusting. Divorce is the only solution. I've told you many times, there's no adultery and there's no divorce. Please stop doubting me anymore. It's really annoying. Oh, you horrible woman. You are. Poor Joshua, totally deceived. A mother protects her children. I will help my son soon. You know what? You're not helping at all. You're just stirring things up. That's what you're trying to do. Anyway, don't bother us anymore with your weird fantasies. I don't have time to listen to your nonsense. Well, I'm busy, so I should be going now. Don't run away. Hey, we haven't finished our conversation yet, okay? Vanessa. You just ignored me again. How rude you are to your mother-in-law. You're a coward for not answering the phone. You think you can fight against me, huh? Ursula. Hey, Ursula. Please answer me. I have something important to tell you. You dare to ignore my call, and now you're rushing me to reply to you? You're a real bad wife, aren't you? It's just unbelievable. When I came home, my room was ransacked. I thought for a moment that it was a burglar. I was about to call the police, but I changed my mind. I was wondering if you were the one who did that. What a wife you are! Now you're treating me like a thief? It's perfectly normal to think there was a burglar, but now you're blaming me. You're the worst wife I've ever seen. I'll have to convince Joshua to divorce you as soon as possible. It's obviously unnatural for a burglar. If it were a burglar, the first thing they would do is ransack the place for money, right? They were neatly placed where they belonged. But on the contrary, only Ricky's belongings were found in a mess. Ricky's drawings were in the trash, his baby bottles were in the toilet, and his diapers were all around the living room, torn to shreds so that they were no longer usable. When I checked, I found that Ricky's bedding was soaked with honey. That's horrible. Someone must have a grudge against you. Oh, like the wife of the guy you're having an affair with. I told you I'm not having an affair. None of my stuff was taken. It's too obvious. The only person I can think of who would do something like this is you, Ursula. If you keep pretending that you don't know anything about it, I'll call the police. Don't be so snippy. What's the matter with you? You sound so angry. How pathetic. I'm just visiting you while you were out of town. You know how messy the room was? I was just trying to help you clean up. You should rather thank me for that. What? Clean up? You just bullied me, didn't you? That's enough. Putting a baby bottle in the toilet isn't tidying up, is it? Also, I can't use the baby bed anymore. Vanessa, who do you think you are that you can talk to me like that? You've shown your true personality. Young people these days don't know how to treat their mother-in-law. Of course I'd lose my temper like this. How can I have respect for a mean person like you after what you've done to me and Ricky? Oh my God, what a thing to say. You deserve that. You seduced my precious son Joshua with your unattractive body. You want my son to raise a child you made with a stranger. Also, you flatter yourself that you're Joshua's wife. This is just a light punishment for you. I told you, didn't I? Don't underestimate me. Next time, it won't be like this, so be prepared. I've had enough. I'll report all this to Joshua. Huh? Are you threatening me? Feel free to do what you want to do, idiot. Joshua should know that Ricky is not his son. He needs to know the bitter fact. I want my life with Joshua back as soon as possible. I miss the days when we used to live together. I'll do my best to get rid of Vanessa, the evil wife. Don't be silly, Vanessa. What have you done? Joshua took my duplicate key. What did you tell him? You must take a responsibility of what you have done. You told me to mind my own business, so you brought this on yourself. What did you say? Did you forget what you did? I can't live in peace if you break in and do whatever you want while I'm away. I've talked it over with Joshua. Please don't come to our house anymore, Ursula. What's the matter with you? It's been a long time since the last time I was scolded by my husband. You're not only flirting with Joshua, but also my husband. I thought you'll apologize to me in such a gentle manner, but you have everyone on your side now, and your attitude just makes me more disgusted. But that doesn't mean you should stick divorce papers in the mailbox. It's annoying. I just did the right thing. It's because you didn't file the divorce papers. I prepared the divorce papers for you, so fill them out properly. Thank you for your effort, but I told you, didn't I? I'm not getting a divorce. I'm sorry to hear that. By the way, I found evidence of your affair. What proof? Are you making up stories again? I don't do that kind of thing. When you went into the hotel with the guy, I took a picture of it, so you can't get away with it anymore. Ursula, are you a stalker? Oh gosh. Oh dear, there's no point acting like you did nothing wrong. Justice always prevails. Well, I know that you were just trying to run away from the fact since I got the evidence. That was yesterday around 7, right? That's right. So you finally admit that? It was a guy named Alfred who works at the same company as you. It must have been a very inappropriate relationship for him to go out of his way to call you at a hotel while you were on maternity leave. You were all dressed up and flushed as you tried to seduce him. As it was, you quickly disappeared to your hotel room having fun together. I can't believe you had a secret meeting like that so openly. Why don't you use your brain a little more? I beg your pardon? Where were you hiding at that time? That's none of your business. You're filthy. I don't even want you to call my name. How could you go into a hotel with another man while having a husband named Joshua? What a terrible woman you are. I've got the pictures. Your excuses won't work. I don't know where you've been watching this. I'm impressed that you have such a vivid imagination. My boss at work is getting married to my colleague. I was the one who introduced my colleague to him, so he decided to invite me for dinner at a hotel to thank me for what I did. Of course, my colleague was there too. You can't talk to me like that. I'm sure I only saw you and that guy. It's just that my colleague was a little late arriving due to work. We were just waiting for her in the lobby while having tea. What an unsightly excuse. 3 good friends having dinner at a hotel. I wonder why you didn't choose a restaurant instead. My boss and my colleague were planning to have their wedding at that hotel, and they just wanted to check the details in advance. The Italian food at that hotel is famous, you know? It's a popular place to have a wedding reception there. Did you just make up that story in case someone found out about your affair? That story just sounds too good to be true. I filed a report with your boss today about the affair in the office. Now you'll finally feel sorry for yourself, won't you? What? Why did you do that? It's not good for the company's image to keep such an unscrupulous employee. I told him clearly. I even sent him the pictures by email. The person on the other end understood what I was talking about. They were very polite and said they were sorry for the inconvenience. You're out of control. To go to the trouble of calling my company with a totally made-up story like that. You're bothering everyone in the company. As I said, the 2 people who had dinner together with me are getting married, okay? Don't make my boss worry about it, please. I doubt if it's even true, but to be in a hotel with a man who is about to get married? It's sickening. I have sincerely and wholeheartedly disappointed in you. Well, no matter how nicely you make up your story, I'm sure the company will call to punish you. You'd better brace yourself for that. And I'm going to have you leave Joshua, so you must write down the divorce papers. Give me a break, Ursula. You don't understand at all. Silence. I have a lot of preparations to do, so excuse me. Preparations? What preparations? Don't tell me you're still planning something. Please stop doing more nasty things. Ursula, please pick up the phone. Where are you? Do you know where Ricky is? Shut up! I finally made up my mind. What do you mean? Where is he now? Ricky is nowhere to be found. Oh, you're awake already. Looks like the drug was not strong enough. You're quite tough, aren't you? Drug? I suddenly fell asleep because of that? Don't tell me it was your fault. What did you do to me? That's terrible. You'll have to pay the cab fare later. I was kind enough to drive you back to your parents' house. I also packed your daily necessities in your suitcase, didn't I? It was hard work. I can't believe I went to all this trouble for a woman who flirts with everyone. How sweet of me. Now that you mention it, I remember. You were pushing me into a cab, but I got really sleepy and woke up in front of my parents' house. I don't know what happened. Ricky, what happened to Ricky? Please give me back my son. Ursula, where is Ricky? Is he with you? I threw the kid away. I don't want him. Huh? I said that I threw him away. I got rid of him while you were snoring. Got rid of him? What do you mean? You didn't... It's okay. I'm not an ogre. I'm a human being, even if it's someone else's child. I didn't do anything wrong, don't worry. I didn't do anything terrible like dumping him in a mountain or a garbage dump. I wish it were true, but I'm such a kind woman after all. I see. I'm glad that Ricky's safe. I'll go and get him. By the way, how did you get into the house? I asked you to return the duplicate key, didn't I? Don't underestimate me. You wanna know? I made a few spares with the duplicate keys you gave me. That's known that you're a mean woman, Vanessa. I knew you'd eventually ask me to return the duplicate keys. That's why I decided to sneak into your house, put sleeping pills in anything you were likely to eat or drink. I dropped you off at your parents' house just as you fell asleep. Oh, I was so busy at that time. All for the sake of my son, who's coming home from his business trip today. If he had to stay in the same house with his dirty wife and someone else's child any longer, Joshua would be ruined. From today on, it will be just me and him. The time has finally come. I can't wait any longer. So does that mean you're at our house now? Oh yes, officially it's Joshua's house, not your house. Now I'm gonna prepare dinner for Joshua. Do you realize what you're doing? Do you think you can get away with this just like that? This is not a story that will end in laughter. Not only did you bully me, what did you do to my son? You threw him away. Are you out of your mind? I can't believe you're this kind of person. You even made such a sinister and cowardly plan. It's my precious child that I gave birth to with all my might. What do you think you're doing? What if someone does the exact same thing to you? What if someone abducts Joshua from you and abandons him? What would you do, Ursula? Of course, I would never forgive that person. I won't let anyone to do such a thing to my precious Joshua. I'll make sure I catch the person and send him or her to hell where those poor unfortunate souls belong. That's what I was trying to tell you. If someone does nasty thing to your child, of course you wouldn't forgive that person, would you? Don't change the subject. Joshua is my precious son. Ricky is a child of a stranger, born of adultery. Damn it! How many times do I have to tell you? I told you that I didn't have any affair. Wait, Vanessa? Just like how you think that your son is precious, Ricky is my precious son. That's why I won't forgive you. But what about Joshua? It's over. This is the end. Your precious Joshua isn't taking your side anymore. Huh? What do you mean? What did you do to Joshua? How foolish of you, Ursula. Me and Joshua have a strong bond, you know? I called him and explained the situation. He was furious. I've never seen him that angry before. Joshua was furious? That boy never used to get angry at all in the past. Yes, you made your precious son angry. Looks like you failed, Ursula. I could put up with it if you were only bullying me, but not if you started to mess up with Ricky. Wait a minute. Instead of worrying about you, Joshua has decided to cut ties with you. Cut ties? Of course, you have done such a horrible thing to his own wife and son. But the evidence I found proved the affair, right? You're so persistent. I got a call from my boss who took the call. He was laughing. It was the person who answered the phone, the boss I had dinner with. He was worried that I'm being bullied by you. When I told him that no matter how much I told you, you still didn't believe me. My boss even suggested to explain to you along with my colleague. My colleague believes that me and my boss would never have an affair. It's so lame that you're bullying your daughter-in-law like this. You thought that the picture alone was enough to call me an adulterer. You're so paranoid. Everyone in the company laughed in amazement. They said that you're such a lame mother-in-law, Ursula. Stop making fun of me. Your company's employees are nothing but scum. I can't believe that you would go this far. Are you okay? Was that some sort of joke? What? It seems that you're not worried about anything at all. Do you understand your situation? Huh? You were so terrible that I was honestly at my wit's end. I couldn't help myself, so I asked your husband for advice. He said he would help me and gave me some money to use to help Ricky. He said he would collect it from you later. No way! I'm not gonna pay, not even a penny. Just worrying about your own money. How pathetic. But I don't think you need to worry about paying your cost of living. What do you mean by that? It still doesn't ring a bell? I'm tired of talking to you seriously. I'm sure they'll be there soon, so I'll leave the rest to the police. You called the police? You're overreacting. No, I'm not overreacting. What you did was a crime. Did you think I wouldn't do anything? Don't underestimate a mother who's protecting her child. But don't worry, it was your beloved Joshua who called the police. I called him as soon as I woke up. Joshua called the police immediately and without hesitation. Joshua called the police? No kidding. Thanks to his quick decision, while I was calling you, Ricky was found safe and sound. Too bad that it seems things didn't go as he wanted. Oh, yes, your husband contacted me too. He said he'll be divorcing you right away. I can't have that. It wasn't supposed to be like that. Why would it be like that? I don't want a divorce. Well, he said that it's just plain disgusting to have a wife who does such terrible things to his precious son and daughter-in-law. I still have the divorce papers that you shoved into the mailbox. There are many of them, so if you make a mistake, you still have some extra papers to write again. Well, even my kind and loving father-in-law was at his wit's end. He decided to divorce you right away. You were the one who'll be leaving, not me. I don't want to. I'm sorry, I'll be quiet. I'll do anything. Please, Vanessa, do something to convince my husband and Joshua. I can't reach either of them at all. Why? They don't answer my messages and calls. What am I supposed to do? I can't help you. I'm fed up with you, Ursula. So I'm gonna stop contacting you too. Goodbye. Vanessa, wait! I don't want to cut ties with my family. The police arrived at the house immediately, arrested my mother-in-law. Ursula got into the police vehicle with a drooping head. Ricky, who was abducted by Ursula, was found safely. It was the result of Joshua spreading the news on social media. An acquaintance contacted us in a panic to say he was keeping Ricky at home, and he was safely protected. Some of our friends came to see us after seeing social media, and we cried at their kindness. When Joshua is no longer angry, he told us that his mother had done something terrible. He apologized to me and told me that he should have realized it sooner. I also began to talk to Joshua more than ever about anything, and I feel like our bond as a couple has deepened. Ricky is growing up well, and it seems that he's happy since his father is spending more time with him. He calls out for his father loudly every day, and I think he has more smiles on his face. Since mother-in-law's attacks have finally stopped, me and my family are now living a happy life. Recently, Joshua and I have been talking about if we should give Ricky a brother or sister.
Are you Clarissa? I'm wondering if I'm texting the correct number. Yes, it's me. May I know who you are? I'm Bertha. I know this is sudden, but will you break up with Warlock? Excuse me? Are you talking about my husband? Of course! Who else could it be? I don't understand what you mean. I'm telling you that Warlock and I are dating. He loves me more than you. If I tell you this much, you can get the gist, can't you? No, I still don't understand what you're talking about at all. Are you stupid? That's why Warlock got tired of you. I'm telling you to leave him because you're useless. It can't be helped anyway. Warlock and I are married. Could you just tell me what on earth is going on? Are you saying that both of you are having an affair? Don't use such a nasty word as affair. Like I said before, me and Warlock love each other very much, which means he chose me over a stupid woman like you. So that's the reason why he's been coming home late and staying over at this workplace so many nights lately. Now I understand. I did think something was wrong with him recently. It seems that you were the main reason. It's true that you guys are having an affair, right? That's right. You really are so slow in understanding things, aren't you? You're the one who's so absent-minded, so that's why Warlock fell out of love with you. He's smart, lives in a big house, and he's also the president of a company. I wonder why he married such a stupid woman like you. I really feel sorry for him. I'm sure you tried so hard to seduce him, since he's a company president who lives in a huge house. I'm sorry to tell you, but it seems that I'm more suitable for him than you. What? You must have misunderstood something. Warlock was the one who made the first approach. You're lying! Don't be so stubborn and try to deceive me. Warlock told me everything. I heard that you spend a lot of money that he earned. He also said that you don't take care of the housework at all. What a bad housewife. It's an honor to be married to someone like Warlock, you know. But to just be lazy while relying on your husband's income is just unbelievable. You're a disgrace as a woman. I'm working too, so I may not be a housewife, but I'm doing my best to take care of the housework. I never skip my housework. Please don't just say random things. It doesn't matter how much you say, but you're not doing your job as a housewife properly. First of all, why are you even working when you're the wife of such a great company's president? Being a CEO is a really hard job, so it's normal to support your husband. You can't quit your job right away just because you got married. That's irresponsible. What's so irresponsible about it? You're just a clerk at Warlock's company, aren't you? Even if you don't do that kind of job, there are people who can replace you at work. Seems that you don't have any common sense at all. I think you misunderstood me. I'm not a clerk. I don't care about your excuses anymore. Will you just do me a favor and break up with Warlock soon? Otherwise, I can't get married to him. I want to live with Warlock as soon as possible. Warlock and I will talk about it and decide. Can you wait a little while? It's just a waste of time for you to have a discussion with Warlock. He has already decided to be together with me. After you divorce him, just get out of that huge house right away, okay? I want you to hurry up with the divorce procedures because I can't wait to live in that house with Warlock. I noticed that there was something fishy about Warlock, but I didn't expect that he's having an affair with you. That's why I told you everything about that. If you are convinced, get out of that house as soon as possible. Anyway, when Warlock comes home today, I'll ask him about the details. I hope you'll be sad when you find out that he doesn't love you at all. Poor you. Warlock invited me over to his house once when you weren't there. It's a really big house. The view from the top floor was great. I'm so excited that I'll be able to live there. Now I'm one of the celebrities. Just pack your things and get out quickly, okay? If you don't leave, I'll ask Warlock to introduce me to a good lawyer and force you to get out of that house. I heard you guys got divorced right after that. What a pity. You're a miserable woman since you got dumped so easily. Adultery is unforgivable, so I can't stay married to Warlock. I'm glad I divorced him. You don't have to act tough. I know you're just trying to hide how sad you are. Well, it can't be helped since I'm younger and more beautiful than you. You're just an old hag, so you don't stand a chance. By the way, if you're divorced, why don't you get out of that house? You can't leave right away just because you've filed the divorce papers. You have to move your furniture and deal with the authorities. Divorce is not that simple. Are you going to take away Warlock's furniture? You're so brazen. You don't own the furniture. Warlock bought them from the money he earned. Why don't you just deal with the authorities quickly and do whatever you want after you leave the house? You're so stupid. That's why Warlock gave up on you. What kind of house will you live in when you move out? 50-year-old shabby house? I'm sure you'll be living in poverty. I feel sorry for you since you used to live in that huge house. Of course, after the divorce, you won't be able to stay at the same company as Warlock. So you'll have to find another job, right? What a lot of hardship. It's really hard being poor, isn't it? What are you talking about? I'm not going to quit my job. What? You're going to work at the same workplace as Warlock even after the divorce? How brazen of a woman you are. No matter how much you flatter him at work, he'll never come back to you. If you go that far, you'll get arrested from stalking him. We've recently added new employees, and in order to make some improvements at the company, I want to train the new joiners as well. They are really good people with a lot of enthusiasm for their work. Seems that you're a workaholic, even though you don't have an important position in the company. What's the point of having new employees for unimportant tasks? Women are going to get married and leave soon anyway, so there's no point in bringing them up. There are plenty of replacements for them. Anyway, just get out of the house as soon as possible. I can't live with Warlock if you're still in the house. Don't be in such a hurry. I'll move out by the end of next month. Don't you feel frustrated that the young woman just took Warlock away from you? You really annoy me. Oh, I know. You're just pretending that you're not frustrated, right? Not at all. Well, I was shocked when I heard that he's having an affair with you at first. But I came to the conclusion that it's wiser to think about the positive aspects rather than being depressed. Fortunately, me and Warlock didn't have children, so I feel optimistic about my future. You're so annoying! Are you trying to show off that you're a capable woman who works hard on your job? It's so obvious that you're just trying to be tough. Fine then. Anyway, just get the heck out of that house as soon as possible. Finally! The house has become my own castle. It's really huge. You really are a slow person that you made me wait for a month. Is there anything you still want to discuss with me? For your information, I have nothing more to say to you. If you don't need anything in particular, you'll have to excuse me. Did you take more than half of the furniture in this house? You don't have any money, so you're going to sell the furniture to make ends meet, right? What a pathetic woman. I've been using those furniture I took since before me and Warlock were married. I don't need you to tell me what to do with those. You're an appalling woman. I got rid of all my old furniture since I thought I could use those furniture. Well, I'll just get Warlock to buy it again for me. It's a lot better than using furniture that has memories of you. I've been wondering, did Warlock tell you that he's the company's president? You must have misunderstood something. What? Did you marry your husband without knowing his position at the company? Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to live such a luxurious life. Are you out of your mind? Warlock has bought everything I wished for with his credit card since we started dating. Luxurious brand bags, accessories, and meals at super expensive restaurants. So that's why the credit card bill was so high. I see. I thought it was strange because the bill suddenly became very high. But I guess when you're the president of a company, you move around a lot of money, so you don't always know what's going on, right? I'm going to be Warlock's wife now, so I don't need you anymore. You should live a simple life in an old and shabby house. Warlock hasn't explained anything to you, has he? I'm sorry, but you'll regret it. Huh? What do you mean by that? Don't be such a sore loser. If you regretted your decision to divorce Warlock, why don't you just say so? I took your husband and your huge house away from you. You're now living in poverty because of that. If you keep following Warlock and me around from now on, I'll use his power to destroy your parents' house. What are you going to do to my parents' house? The president of such a big company has the power to destroy other companies easily. It would be easy for him to destroy your parents' house with his power. You and your family can all go out and live on the street. Is that a threat? I don't care how you take it. Anyway, I'm the wife of the president of a big company now. There's nothing to be afraid of. I see. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some work to do. You'll have to work hard as a clerk. I'm paying your salary since I'm the company's president's wife. You can act like a boss while you still can. Hey! Someone came out of the blue to our house and told us to leave now because it's for sale. I was told to leave now and I don't understand why. What did you do? What do you mean? I just did what I had to do to get a divorce. Is there a problem? Warlock is keeping his mouth shut and explains nothing to me. What's going on? It's not right that he's the company's president, but he doesn't know what's going on with the house. You keep saying that Warlock is the company's president, but actually, he isn't. Did you know about that? Huh? What kind of joke is that? I'll get mad if you make jokes I don't understand. Warlock has been living in this house and bought me everything I want. What are you talking about? The house and the credit cards were mine. Clarissa Corporation is my company. I'm the president of the company. I thought you noticed that from the company's name. You're the company's president? Are you kidding me? Who would believe such a thing? I'm not kidding. Warlock is an employee of our company. Before we got married, he worked hard and was dedicated to his job. I even considered to promote him as an executive officer. But as soon as we got married, he decided to stop working hard since he was married to the company's president and didn't have to worry about paying his living expenses. I was so disappointed with him. He acted like a big man, and it was hard for his employees to work for him. So I demoted him to become a clerk. Since we were married, I gave him my credit card and let him use it as much as he wanted. But he was so selfish that I decided to give up on him. However, I was hesitant because I still have feelings for him. When I got a message from you, I decided to get a divorce.
So, that house belongs to you?
Of course, I own it. That's why I'm free to sell it or do whatever I want with it. Warlock has no right to do anything.
I can't believe this is really happening. I'm in trouble. I made an aggressive first move on Warlock because I thought that he's the president of that company who owns a huge house. This isn't what I had expected it to be. I thought we could finally be together and I can live a life like a princess.
I've already sold the house you're talking about, so will you get out of my house as soon as possible? I took most of the furniture out myself. It won't take you long to leave. I'm about to go to the house to get estimates for the cleaners and the construction work needed to put it up for sale. Anyway, please get out of there soon.
Wait a minute! We can't leave when we don't even know where we're going to live after we move out.
I don't care about that. You used to tell me to leave quickly without considering my circumstances at all. Don't tell me you've forgotten. Now it's my turn to do the same thing to you.
Are you taking your revenge on me? You are such a wicked woman.
By the way, I'm also going to charge you alimony for having an affair with Warlock. Well, I guess you knew that, didn't you?
What are you talking about? You're going to kick me out and then you want me to pay? You've got to be kidding me.
Well, I don't know how you feel. Adultery is a case where you can file for alimony.
You're an idiot. If you're divorced, you can't legally judge Warlock for adultery.
You're the one who doesn't seem to know anything. The statute of limitations for adultery is 3 years. Even after the divorce, you can still file a claim for alimony. There's still plenty of time before the statute of limitations. I'm willing to go to court and do whatever it takes to charge you the alimony.
No way! Warlock isn't telling me anything. I wonder what kind of nerve does he have not to make any move at such a difficult time? What am I supposed to do?
Warlock is like that all the time. To put it bluntly, he's useless. I knew there was something suspicious about him for a while, but since I had no proof of his affair, I was anxious. Thanks to you for blurting it all out as if you were so proud of it. I didn't have to go through the trouble of hiring a detective, so I'm grateful to you for that. There's no point in running away now. Please be prepared.
Oh no! Then what's going to happen to me now? I thought I could make a living without working, so I quit my part-time job at the supermarket. I'll be poor again.
All you have to do is to work diligently. I'm not an ogre either, so you don't have to pay the alimony in a lump sum.
That's not what I meant! I thought I was going to be a princess!
You should blame Warlock. He just wanted to look good in front of other people. His greatest talent is to tell lies. You wanted to look good in front of the others too, didn't you? Since both of you seem to have similar personalities, I think you'll make a perfect couple. I hope you two get along well and work hard to pay for your alimony. If you have the same goal, you can work hard at your job, right? By the way, I fired Warlock from the company, so you two can start from zero.
Wait a minute! That's too heartless! How will we survive if we don't have a house to live in and no job? Let me work as a clerk at your company. That way, it's a guarantee that I won't run away, and you can deduct the money from my paycheck. It would make the process easier, wouldn't it?
Do you know how much a clerk's take-home pay is?
About $5,000 a month, right? Your company is a big company.
Huh? You really are a shallow person. No company would pay you that much for a starting salary since you have no experience. Besides, for those messages you sent me, It seems that you have no common sense, so $1,500 is the limit for your salary. It's quite a lot for a person like you. It doesn't sound like you are worth more than that. I'm not going to wait years for the alimony. The number of installments is 4 at most. Each installment is $2,500. Even if you make $1,500, it's still not enough. So there's no point of you working at my company. Oh no! Please help me somehow! I'm sorry for everything I've done. You're such a pathetic person, only hanging on to me when you're in trouble. You said that you bought some expensive bags and accessories with my credit card, didn't you? That credit card is also in my name, so I'll add that to the total as well. I wonder how much the total amount will be. It's going to be over $40,000. You are free to work any job you want to, but I won't make any further concessions. Are you done? Anyway, please leave that house as soon as possible. I have work to do, so if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna block your number from now on. Wait a minute! Me and Warlock are going to end up on the street if you don't help us. I'm sorry about the affair and everything. Help me, please! I heard later that Warlock and Bertha were forcibly evicted by the contractor right after that. They were arguing for a while in front of the entrance. In a way, I admired them for resisting to the end. Warlock, who has a keen sense of ingenuity, seemed to have withdrawn some cash in advance so that he could live for a while even if his credit card was stopped. I heard a rumor that they were living in a cheap motel. In the end, I managed to get the full amount of the alimony by relying on their parents. They have been disowned by their parents, and I don't even know where they are now or if they are still together. It doesn't matter to me anymore. I feel lighter now, and I'm single again, and I'm making progress at work. The new joiners are learning their job well, and my company is improving more rapidly. It was nice to see you, Vanessa. I'm so glad we could exchange numbers. Thank God we ran into each other. Yeah, it was really nice to see you again. I wouldn't have recognized you if you hadn't called me. Thanks. Have I grown that much? Don't make me blush. Well, I recognized you right away. You still look like a hick, and I felt your poverty. You look exactly the same as you used to. Is that so? Monica, you've been calling me like I'm plain or hick since high school. I don't understand, but you say I'm poor. I think none of them are correct. Hey, you were poor. You brought plain lunchbox and food. It didn't look good. You weren't embarrassed to bring that to school? If it were me, I'd be too embarrassed. It's natural to bring lunchbox, right? At least my friends brought lunchboxes or ordered at the cafeteria. Their lunch were pretty simple. I mean, I think yours were more embarrassing. What? Mine? Why? Did I do something special? You brought a lot of snacks and handed them out to everyone. One time you ordered fried chicken delivery, right? That was surprising. I don't mind if you were an adult, but we were high school students, you know. Oh, that time? I wanted to show everyone how great I was. Huh? You see, I'm the daughter of the president. I wanted to show the general people how rich I am when my dad is the president of the company. That way, people will look at me differently, right? I see. It's so you. Well, if that's what you thought, then fine. In fact, there were people who were happy to get free snacks from you. Oh, what? You wanted some too? I'm sorry, I didn't notice. Huh? I didn't say that and think like that. You don't have to pretend to be so tough. It's so obvious. I'm sure that poor Vanessa has never had any of those fancy snacks that I usually eat, right? It's only natural that you'd want to have some. But I didn't like you in high school. That's why I didn't even want to give it to you. I've noticed you were making fun of me a lot. You didn't like me. I hated you. I hated you so much. I hated you being in the same class. What's that? If you're going to say like that, you shouldn't have talked to me today either. What was the point of even exchanging numbers? Because, a reunion with the hick girl I hated in high school? You're still just as plain, ugly, and poor as you were. Next time, when I see my friends from high school, I can share this topic. That'll be awesome. Disappointed. You talked to me for that? Oh, but don't get me wrong. I just simply wanted to talk to you. I wanted you to tell me why you are so plain and ugly even after you became an adult. You can change as much as you want with makeup. How dare you say that? I'm really surprised. You're an adult now, but you are the same as you were in high school too. Why don't you fix your personality before complaining to me like that? There are things that are unforgivable when you're an adult. Hey, what's up with you? Don't you think you're cocky? You're too young to lecture me. I'm not lecturing you. It's just that you don't seem to realize how twisted your personality is. I'm just trying to tell you and point it out for you. Huh? That's even more annoying. You've been a nerd since high school. You've been doing nothing but studying since you graduated from high school anyway, haven't you? I'm sorry you didn't get any achievements for that. Your personality is more twisted than mine. Well, thanks for the warning. Can I go now? You don't need me for anything, do you? I have to go. I'm sorry to bother you in the middle of your busy day. I'm sure you're working as a slave anyway. Good luck with your work. Hey, Vanessa, do you have time now? You're free anyway, right? I need to talk to you. Oh, Monica, what do you need? You don't have to react so cold. Don't hold on to the old days. I just wanted to make you a nice invitation. Invitation? Me? For what? Yes, you. You know we had a reunion, right? I'm inviting you to my wedding to celebrate our reunion. Huh? A wedding? Monica, are you getting married? You didn't say anything about it, so I didn't know. Yeah, my dad introduced him to me. He's a newbie at a company that's riding the wave right now. He and my dad seem to get along somehow. That's why he's the perfect guy for me to marry. Oh, so you're getting married to him? Right. He was nice and kind from the first time I met him. My dad seems to like him a lot too. That's my husband. If Dad likes him, I'm sure we can do well. And if I marry him, Dad will support me in various ways. You've been talking about your father all the time. How long are you going to depend on him? It's not like he's the one getting married. Huh? Vanessa, did you forget? My dad is the president of a company. And I'm his pretty daughter. Of course, he would support me. And I'm sure that if he chose him, then he's the one. You might have been fine with that until now, but he let you graduate from university, and now you're going to get married, right? Then at least take the opportunity of marriage to be independent. Don't you feel that way? You should be an adult. No, of course not. Why should I be independent when my dad has so much money? Rich people can live on their parents' money. No, that's not good. Your husband works for a good company, right? Then you don't need to depend on your father so much. If you can work, you and your husband will be able to manage, right? I think that marriage is about building a family through cooperation between husband and wife. Hey, what's with you? You make it sound like I'm bad for relying on my dad. It's very annoying. I'm not saying it's bad. You can't guarantee that your father can afford every time. I think you should take care of yourself a bit more. What a pain in the ass. I don't need you to lecture me. You don't even know what you're talking about. I kindly invited you to my wedding, but you're such a jerk. Oh, I know. You're jealous of me. What? Hey, you don't have to invite me. You didn't really want to invite me, did you? You said you didn't like me. You wouldn't be happy if I celebrated, right? That's right! But you've always been a nerd. And you're still working as a slave, so you've never been in love or anything happy, right? That's why I'll let you experience at least the atmosphere of love. You should know what happiness is for a woman. I think you should be thankful. But I invited you. You should come. Oh, or maybe you're too poor that you can't come. Then I should be sorry for you. What do you mean by poor? I've never thought of myself as poor since I was born. I never had any problems until I entered university and started working part-time. What makes you say that? That's because you didn't set the bar high enough in the first place. I'm sorry, but as the daughter of the CEO, your standard of living is worse than plankton. You should know that. Okay. You want me to go to the wedding, right? You don't have a problem with that? Nope. Just do as I say from the beginning. You're such a pain in the ass. Well then, the wedding is in 3 months. Look forward to it. Hey, Vanessa, are you here for the wedding? Huh? Why? I just saw someone who looked like you. She looked like a hick, and the height was just about you. I did just arrive at the wedding and finish the reception. What about it? I was invited, so it's normal, right? You're kidding, right? You really came to attend my wedding. What do you mean? You were the one who invited me, right? And you persisted. I was invited, so I came here today to attend. No, hold on. Of course that was a joke. Who would invite an ugly bitch like you as my friend? Did you take it seriously? I don't understand. Then why did you invite me? I told you I was joking. I told you I don't like you. It's so funny that you actually came to my wedding. I wouldn't invite a poor bitch like you to my wedding. I got an invitation from the groom. What? Groom? What do you mean? Harry, you're marrying him, right? I know him too, and he invited me to his wedding today. What are you talking about? You two know each other? What kind of joke is that? He's not related to a poor girl like you. Then how do I know his name? Don't you think it's strange? I don't know. You can say it any way you like. You saw his name at the reception anyway, didn't you? You were so frustrated when I told you I didn't really invite you. And you really wanted to attend the wedding. So you're saying a painful lie. I can't think of anything else. That sounds like something a poor person would do. Fine. You don't believe me. That's too bad. Of course not. Poor people are not kind and also lonely. Do you really want to attend my wedding with such a lie? That lie is so sad. Poor you. Well, since you came to the wedding, you want to eat something delicious? Fine, that's enough. I really don't want to celebrate anymore. I'm going home today. Wait a minute. Are you mad at me? I'm sorry, Vanessa. Was I a little too mean? You know, I'm so excited to be a bride. It's not like you're just mean. You really are a genius at making people frustrated. I have no words. Harry is looking at these messages too, you know. No wonder. Huh? Harry's looking at this? This message? Why? Yup, he's looking at them. He came to say hi to me and then I got a message from you. Since he's here, I thought I'd let him know who you really are. I've been showing him your messages. He's totally disillusioned. I understand him. Hey you! What have you done? Are you trying to ruin my marriage? Oh, was that a bad idea? But if you're going to get married, you have to know the person you're marrying. At least, I have the right to do so. If it's something you don't want him to know, then you shouldn't do it. You've got to be kidding me! You get the hell out of here! Don't ever show up in front of me or Harry again. As for Harry, I can't, but I'll never get involved with you again. Bye. Hey, Vanessa! What did you do to Harry? What have you done? Hey, are you listening to me? Don't ignore me. Answer me, you poor bitch! What is it? You're so loud. I had a bad experience at someone's wedding today, and I'm feeling really bad right now. Can you please not call or text me? I don't care. You better explain it to me. What's going on? What are you talking about? Don't play dumb. I went to Harry's waiting room right after you left, and he said he was going to break off the engagement. Thanks to you, the wedding is cancelled. You humiliated me. I'm sure you must have done something. I don't know anything about it. You just got disillusioned by your fiancé because of what you said and did, right? It's your fault. Not my fault. Shut up! If you hadn't done something unnecessary, this wouldn't have happened. It's all your fault. I won't forgive you. Can you please stop blaming others? I let him know because I knew that if he got married like this without knowing your true self, I knew he would regret it. I'm just trying to be nice to him. In fact, he thanked me for telling him about it. I'm glad. Huh? What is that? Get over yourself, you hick. I'm going to kick your ass out from society. Be prepared. Shall I destroy your company? What? What are you talking about? Are you crazy? Your father's company. If you keep making fun of me for being poor, I'll destroy it for you. I don't mind. Wait a minute. Destroy Dad's company? Are you really crazy? I don't understand what you're saying. You don't understand? He actually called me to apologize. He said, I'm sorry my daughter was rude to you. He sounded pretty embarrassed too. What? What's going on? I really don't get it. Why would he apologize to you? You really don't know anything. You don't know that I'm Harry's boss and that I'm the president of a company that does business with your father's company? Vanessa? I don't understand. What's going on? It seems your brain hasn't caught up with you, so let me explain it. First of all, I got a job after graduating university and saved up some money. 3 years ago, I started my own business and became the president. A year ago, the company was getting on track, and I started getting offers from various companies. One of them was from your father. What? Then, my dad offered to do business with your company? Yes, that's what I'm saying. His company has been going downhill for a few years now. Last year, they were in pretty bad shape, you know. But when my company agreed to do business with them, they managed to stabilize. He was able to get his business back to operate, thanks to me. You're lying! You were helping his company? There's no way that's true! Well, that's what happened. And I was the one who made the deal in the first place. But it was Harry who handled the rest of the transaction. That's why your father likes him so much, and he wanted him to be your husband. He's a good worker and a very nice man. No wonder your father likes him. Of course, your father didn't know about me. I didn't want him to know about my past either. I didn't dare say anything to anyone. What's that? That's why he's so angry at me? Of course he's angry. The business with important client could be canceled because of you. You should understand how your father feels. No way! That can't be! Your father is fed up with you, and your fiancé broke off the engagement. Your life has really been a disaster. It's all your fault. It's like you have to pay for all the things you have done. It's not funny. Hey, help me out. You could fix Dad's mood. Please, help me. Huh? Why should I help you? You've got to be kidding. Huh? I don't owe you anything. You've been spoiled your whole life. I've gone through hard times. Good luck from now on. After that, I blocked Monica's number. Of course, I broke off the relationship with her. Her father was fed up with her and disowned her, so she was kicked out of the house. Well, I think she deserves it. I'm sure she has to face a harsh life that she can't even imagine, since she has been spoiled so much growing up. I hope she will be able to get over on her own.
I'm going home. I worked really hard today.
Good work. I'm still working, so you can go ahead and go to bed. I can't make dinner. I'm sure there was some leftovers from last night in the fridge.
Huh? Are you serious? You're making your husband eat leftovers, who's tired from work? I can't believe it. I'm going out to eat.
Oh, okay. Help yourself. I'm still working, so there's no choice. I mean, you can cook dinner.
Okay. My bad. Why don't you eat out too? You have money.
I am 38 years old, married for 8 years. Because of my husband Tim, who is 4 years younger than me, we haven't had any children, so it's just the two of us. Since we don't have children, he is working hard, but I am also a full-time employee and working hard. We manage money by ourselves, so we both live freely. His salary is much less than mine, and he is unable to do any household chores such as cooking or laundry. When we got married, I guess I spoiled him too much because he was younger than me and I thought it was cute. But now I'm like a housekeeper and our relationship has cooled off. Still, I married him because I love him, and of course, I still do.
Annie. I drank too much. I can't drink anymore. I got caught by my business partner. I just ran into the bathroom. I miss you.
You've drunk a lot.
I'm sorry. Even though we were supposed to go on a date today, I had to go for a drink with my client.
Huh?
I'm sorry. Don't be mad. I'll make it up to you. I promise. I only have you, Annie.
You're going to make it up? What are you going to do?
I'll buy anything for you, Annie. I'll do my best for you.
Even if it's something expensive?
I can buy something cheaper than the wallet I bought you the other day. I'll only buy you expensive things for your birthday and Christmas.
Okay.
Or maybe we could go on a trip.
That's a good idea.
Just the two of us. I like to go out and have fun.
Where shall we go?
Let's go to LA and go sightseeing and have fun at a VIP room. I can't wait.
What are we going to do at night?
Well, of course we'll do something naughty. I'm getting excited only by thinking about it. I'm starting to miss you when I think about you. Can I go over to your place now?
Your wife will get mad at you.
Don't worry. You don't have to worry about her. She hasn't noticed at all and she's not interested in me. Well, it doesn't matter if she notices. Well, I'm not interested in her either.
Really?
Because she's almost 40. She's not even cute. Her face is terrible when she wakes up.
She's not cute? Why are you guys married?
Because she makes a lot of money. She takes her job so seriously even though she's a woman. She earns a lot, so it's like she's my wallet. That's about it.
Nice. She works. She does the housework.
It's not nice. She's not cute at all. She won't make me feel good. There's nothing sexy about her.
Oh, there's nothing nice about her.
Nothing. Not at all. I need you, Annie. So can I see you tonight? Let's have a hot night. The closer we are physically, the closer we are mentally. I want to see you every day. Why not we live together? Make me feel good. Hold me tight.
But you're married. You should go home.
I don't want to go home. It's like hell that home feels like I'm in some kind of training.
You're cheating on her.
It's not cheating, because I'm serious. Trust me. Please, can I go now? I love you.
You can come if you will divorce your wife.
That's totally fine. I don't want to be with that woman. I'm getting divorced.
You're really getting divorced?
Yes, I promise. I'll prove that we love each other.
Okay. If you're getting divorced, then it's fine.
Yes, I'll be right there. Annie, take a shower and wait for me. Oh, or with me.
As I expected, Tim did not come home that day. As we talked, he must have gone to his girlfriend's house. It is a common story that he got drunk and texted his wife accidentally instead of his girlfriend, but it's unbelievable for not noticing for a while. It seems like he still didn't notice the next day, and I haven't heard from him. I didn't text him either. I was not able to get any work done after seeing that conversation. I went home early today because I couldn't concentrate, but after I got home, I saw him sleeping on the living room sofa. Moreover, he had left his chat screen with his girlfriend open, and the messages were full of hearts, along with a selfie of the two of them getting along. It was the moment when I lost my feelings towards him.
There's a problem at work, so I'm going on an urgent business trip from tomorrow.
Oh my, is everything okay? Are you going to LA?
How do you know?
A woman's intuition, bingo?
It was just a joke. Yep, you're right. I'm going to LA. I don't want to go there. I'll probably be gone for 3 days.
It's unusual for you to go on a business trip. Is this your first time? I mean, you guys have business trips?
What, you think I'm lying? It is sudden, but it's work, so it's fine, right? Don't blame me. You work too, so you know it happens.
I don't doubt it. Did you get a place to stay? If it's a sudden business trip, I bet you have a lot of things to do.
I'll just find a hotel there.
What about your clothes? Do you need help?
No, I'm fine. Wow, you became thoughtful, but I'll do it on my own.
If it's work, it can't be helped. If it's work.
I know, right? They told me all of a sudden. I'll probably be exhausted when I get home. Well, I'm a little busy, so I won't be able to talk to you much.
I have things to do for the next 3 days, so it's perfect.
Hey, I can't open the door. Do you know what's going on? Don't tell me you're asleep. Come on, get up. Hey.
I'm here. You're so noisy from the morning.
Oh, you're awake? Hurry up and open the door.
Open the door? Which house?
What do you mean, which house? Our house.
I'm saying, which house?
Are you out of your mind? I told you it's my house. Hurry up and open the door. I'm exhausted.
Your house? Boo, wrong. I bought that house myself.
Huh? We're married, so it could be my house. Just open the door.
Don't you know, things purchased before marriage are not included in the property division when you get divorced. So no matter what you say, it's my house. My house, it's not yours.
Okay, whatever. Yes, it's your house. Just hurry up and open the door. Hey, please.
I mean, you were supposed to come back in the morning.
I had to work late. What can I do? That doesn't matter. Just open the door. I'm busy. I'm going to be late for work.
How was your trip to LA?
It wasn't a trip. It wasn't for fun. I was busy because it was a business trip.
If you went to LA, you should have gone for sightseeing.
I can't because it's work. I didn't have any time for fun since I had to work late, so open the door.
Oh, that's too bad. I need to tell you something. I feel sorry for you, but I can't open the door.
Huh? What do you mean? I don't get it.
I sold it. So the key has probably been changed by now. It's not mine. It's now under the control of the real estate.
Huh? What are you talking about? Why?
I sold the house while you were in LA. If I sell it, I'll get extra income. I will be enriched. Because you know, I thought that house was too big for one person. I wanted to change where I live for a change.
What kind of joke is this? For one person? For a change? Huh?
I'm not joking. How many times do I have to tell you? I can't open the door anymore.
What have you done? I'm going to be late for work.
Do something about it yourself. You were on a business trip. You have a suit, don't you? You should just go.
No. I want to change my clothes.
Of course, you don't have a suit right now. Having such a big suitcase and wearing red sneakers, jeans, and a brand new t-shirt.
How do you know what I'm wearing now? Don't tell me you're looking at me from somewhere. Come on out.
Of course I'm not. You think I'm stupid? You don't understand. I've been doing all the housework for years. I can easily figure out what's gone.
I'll tell to you later. Just unlock the door.
Are you listening to me? How many times do I have to tell you? It's sold. There's nothing in the yard too. I've already moved into the company's women dorm. It's very comfortable. Oh, and I sold all your stuff on eBay.
Huh? Seriously? What the hell are you doing? Wait, my suits too? Then I can't get one soon. If I'm late, it's your fault.
You better go to work. If you don't, you won't be able to pick up the important paper. You said you couldn't be reached for 3 days, so I've told the court to send the response for the divorce to your company.
What? What do you mean, divorce? Why? I didn't do anything.
You said you were getting divorced. I'm following what you said and getting divorced, so be thankful. I've already turned in my papers.
Seriously? I mean, why'd you send it to my office?
You said yourself that I can't reach you, and now you have no home.
You've got to be kidding me. My coworkers will know. I don't even have my belongings. What am I supposed to do? What are you harassing me for?
Why don't you ask Annie to help you? She's more important than me, right?
How do you know? You've been stalking me?
Why would a wife stalk her husband? You're not even worth it. You told me yourself. You mistook me for someone you were cheating with and sent me crazy messages. You haven't noticed yet? I think you were drunk. You said a lot of things to me. Thank you for proving the affair to me.
Jeez, seriously?
It's true. Why would I lie? Look back at your messages. It's quite a masterpiece. You'll see pathetic texts that continue to expose yourself by not knowing who you are actually sending it to. No answer? I wonder if you're thinking of an excuse. I've seen your entire chat history with Annie. It was disgusting. There were some naked pictures too. You guys should have kept them to yourselves.
What? Did you look at my phone?
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, even though we are husband and wife. But don't get mad. You were the one who made it visible. You were the first to betray me. I'm hurt too. Let me tell you, I have your chat history and the pictures. There's no point in deleting them now. I'm thankful for those messages. They gave me the strength to get over the divorce. I have zero regrets. I feel so much better now.
You're so selfish.
No, I'm not. You said you were divorcing me, so I did as you said, see? I'm an obedient wife.
I was a little drunk at the time. I didn't really mean it.
But you promised, didn't you? You're divorcing me. Your promise was Annie.
Well, I'm sorry.
And you know what's funny? I called the company and it was not a business trip. You just took days off. How easy. I knew you and Annie were sightseeing in LA. Did you have fun?
No. It was really a business trip.
A business trip? Give me a break. You said you wouldn't go sightseeing since there was no time.
No, that wasn't my decision.
Well, right. I saw the message that Annie was the one who suggested it. I don't care which one of you decided. I have proper proof, you know. You know I'm the editor of a tourist magazine? I was just about to go there next week to see the place you went to. Don't be surprised, okay? I changed my schedule and went there at the same time as you.
Fuck.
And I hired a detective. I'm very thorough in that area. I had him do the investigation, and you know what? The embarrassing facts kept coming out. He also showed me a survey of the guests from a hotel. The relationship was with fiancé, and the purpose was to get a VIP room with an open-air bath. You even added an option for a cake as a surprise. You've been together for a year, huh? That's amazing.
Okay, I got it, so just stop. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Oh, yes. I've called your company to talk to Annie too. She's your coworker, huh? I told her that I know everything and asked her what she's going to do.
Hey, wait. What if everyone finds out?
Isn't it too late? So why don't you hurry up and go to work? I've sent the response to your boss.
Why him? That's crazy. That's not right.
When I called the company to ask if you were on a business trip, he answered. I told him the details and he was very accommodating. That's why I sent it to him.
I'm really sorry. Annie and I weren't serious, and I didn't mean it when I said I was divorcing you.
Whatever, I'm serious. You don't have to apologize. Just do what you have to do and divorce me. That's all I want.
Don't say like that.
I've got a lot to say. My marriage was like a training too. I mean, you moved into the house I bought and you didn't even do the housework. You make less money than I do. I'm not a housekeeper. Living with you is not good for me. If I stay with you, I'll get old and old.
You don't have to talk like that.
I'm sorry. Maybe it's my fault for choosing the wrong husband. I should just get rid of you. Well, that's not important. Just send back the response. So I don't have time for this.
I'm so sorry. My boss is pissed that if I don't show up soon, I'll be fired. Annie has also asked me to break up with her. Please explain to the company that it was a misunderstanding. I only have you. Don't abandon me.
There's no way I'm going to explain it. It's the truth. You deserve it. You're an adult. You can take care of yourself.
What am I going to do about my food from now on? I don't have a suit. I don't have a house.
I don't care.
How am I supposed to live?
Well, figure it out yourself. I'm not your mother or your housekeeper. Goodbye. Tim went to the office with his suitcase and his casual clothes. Actually, there was another big problem during his vacation. He must have been too excited that day before he went on his trip. He leaked company secrets to another company by email. He went on his trip and was so obsessed with his girlfriend that he was unaware of the phone calls from his boss and coworkers. The company was in turmoil and he was fired to take the responsibility. Annie didn't know that he had a wife and was shocked and furious when she found out. She dumped him immediately. Since then, he has been working 3 part-time jobs and living in a shabby apartment without a bathroom.
Nicole, you're keeping something from me, aren't you? What do you mean? Don't pretend like you know nothing about it. Honoria, what's wrong? Why did you say such a thing out of the blue? I heard that you're pregnant. Our values are just too different from each other, and I can't take it anymore, so I want you to get out of my life. Don't you ever show your face again. Please stop joking. Did you ask Carson about my pregnancy? I wanted to tell you myself. You don't have to give birth to that baby. Pack up your stuff and leave as soon as possible. What's the matter with you, Honoria? I've only been married to Carson for 6 months. I was against it when both of you got married. I didn't want my son to have a wife like you, because we don't have the same values. It doesn't matter if you've been married for 6 months or a year. I know you were against our marriage when we met each other for the first time, but your husband was happy. He said that I'm a lovely wife for his son, and now that I'm actually living together with him, I'm enjoying it. Maybe not for you, but for me, it's a torture. The food you make tastes awful. You can't even clean properly. You're useless as a wife. Please don't say such horrible things. I'm going to be a mother too. I will work harder from now on. I won't be able to sleep because the baby will be crying in the middle of the night. If I don't have enough sleep and become unwell, are you going to take responsibility for that? For your information, I hate children. But you gave birth to Carson, didn't you? I don't think that you hate children. That's why I only gave birth to Carson. My husband wanted to have more children, but I refused. But people say that grandchildren are special. I'm sure you'll change your mind and will think that they're adorable. Huh? You think the baby you're going to give birth to is cute? That's absolutely not true. What are you going to do if they have eyes that look like acorns? You don't have to worry about that. Acorns or not, I'm sure they'll be cute. Do you have any idea how stressful it is to live with someone you don't like? You need to think about my circumstances too. I understand that it must be a little bit stressful when you're living with other people. But as time goes by, I think we can gradually become a happy family. Stop it. I hate you for being a positive thinker. Positive thinking is my greatest talent, so it can't be helped. Listen to me seriously. I don't think I can share your values anymore. You are going to leave this house, okay? As soon as possible. I don't want to do that. I'm pregnant with a child of my beloved husband. He's the love of my life. Why should I leave? I want to give birth to this baby and live a happy life together as a family. Well, if you won't listen to me, I won't give you any mercy. Prepare yourself. What are you going to do to me? I won't stop my attack on you until you decide to leave. I'm pregnant, so please be merciful to me. I refuse. Honoria, are you serious about what you just told me? You talk too much, you know that? I'm going to make you regret that you disobeyed me. I'm Nicole. I'm 27 years old and I'm working as a manicurist. 6 months ago, I got married to Carson, who is the same age as me. and we moved in together at my husband's request. My mother-in-law is a bit cold, but I felt that she is not a bad person. My father-in-law is a very nice man, and I can get along well with him. I was excited to give birth to my baby here, and I thought it would be even more fun. I never imagined that my mother-in-law would say something horrible like that. She only speaks to me when necessary, and I don't know what she's thinking about. But I know that she is not a bad person, so I am very shocked when she was being rude to me. In fact, she was serious and attacked me in every way she could to get rid of me. I sent all your stuff back to your parents' house. What? Why did you do that? When you come home from work, not a single piece of underwear will be there. No makeup, no change of clothes, nothing. So you don't have to go back to this house anymore. What have you done, Honoria? My parents live in Texas. Of course I know that. It's too far for you to go and get some things back. Maybe I can stop the delivery if I call the delivery company now? I'll give it a try. Which delivery company did you use? I won't tell you. Honoria, you've gone too far. It's terrible. Just because you don't like me, you didn't have to do that. Buy the plane ticket for Texas and go back to your parents' house. I told you to get out of this house as soon as possible, didn't I? I'm pregnant. I'm definitely not leaving. What? Stop saying the same thing over and over again. I can buy new clothes, underwear, cosmetics anyway. I have more than enough to live on for now. I already know you're going to say that. I won't let you win. I'll fight back for the sake of my baby. I don't care about that. By the way, how can you fight back if you can't enter the house? What do you mean? I changed the locks. I can't believe you went that far. You've crossed the line. My husband is staying with a distant relative for a memorial service, and Carson is on a business trip and won't be back for 3 days. No one will help you. Please, give me new keys. I'd rather give it to a thief than to you. Why did you do this to me? Do you hate me that much? I told you we don't share the same values. Do you like cockroaches? I've never seen anything like that before when I was little. So when I saw one for the first time, I was impressed. What about snake? I don't like snakes. That's what I mean. I don't understand. You don't want to live with a snake every day, do you? Absolutely not. Me too. Are you telling me that I'm a snake? I feel disgusted whenever I thought about it. To me, you are the same as a snake. It's shocking that you just said that to me. How rude of you. Will you get out of here? I understand. Don't tell anyone about this. If you dare to tell my husband and son that I kicked you out, I'll haunt you for the rest of your life. But I have to tell my husband. I can't just leave without telling him. Just tell him that you don't like him anymore or that you have found another man. You can say whatever you want. It doesn't matter. I don't want to lie. Oh, really? If your parents' house was on fire or something, you'd be sad too. Are you threatening me? Threat? How insulting. It's just a metaphor. I had no idea that you are such a horrible person. I'm scared of you. Is that so? I feel better now. Tomorrow I'll have my peaceful days back. I see. Don't make a fuss about child support since it might not be Carson's child. The child will be born and raised safely. I don't need your help with childcare. Oh, well, that will be great. It's none of my business anymore then. Thank you for your support until this day. Hurry up and go away. Honoria, we need to run away. Huh? Anyway, just take your phone and wallet and leave the house as soon as possible. What is this all of a sudden? I don't get it. Are you telling me that you haven't gone back to your parents' house? We'll talk about that later. Just hurry up. Do you understand? There's a cab on the corner to your right as you exit the house. Get in it right away. I don't know what you mean. There's no way I can do that. You're going to run away from your husband and Carson with me. What? I know everything. Who told you? Just hurry up. Your husband is coming back. Okay, wait a minute. I'll get ready soon. Did you get in? Did they find you? I hope you're okay. You didn't get caught or anything, right? Please reply, Honoria. I'm fine. I'm inside the cab now. Thank God. By the way, where should I go? Your daughter's house. What? Your daughter, Stella's house. How did you know about her name? I've been keeping her existence as a secret. Tell me, who told you about Stella? I met her yesterday in front of my house. Did she come to our house? I told you to stay away from her all that time, didn't I? I heard everything. I couldn't believe it. She said that she had been beaten up by her own family members just because she wasn't a male heir. That's why you helped her, right? Yes, I let her go. From the violence of my husband and Carson, she's my precious daughter. That's what Stella said. She said it was terrible. My husband could only think of women as nothing more than livestock. Carson, who grew up watching his father's back, thought the same way and used to beat me and my daughter together. It was really bad. Why didn't you just divorce him? I had never worked, and I wasn't sure I could survive on the outside world. Even if I left the house with Stella, if my husband and son found me, it would be the end of our life. So I thought I'd at least protect Stella. That's just too much. I did my best to protect Stella until she graduated from college. I made her spend as little time at home as possible with her club activities and part-time job. I was the target of my husband and son's abuse, but I was happy since I could protect my daughter. Honoria, that's too much to bear. I put on a show with my daughter. The day she graduated from college, I yelled at her to get out and I kicked her out. I pretended to insulate her. By doing that, it's just natural that no one knows where she lives and how to contact her. In fact, I barely kept in touch with her. I was worried about her, but I couldn't let my husband and son find her. You did the same thing to protect me. My phone is strictly monitored by my husband. I used a payphone to call Stella. I can't believe I have to sneak around whenever I want to keep in touch with my own daughter. We are mother and daughter. Even when I received a call from the wrong number, my husband would suspect that I was cheating on him and beat me up. What would he do to me if they found out about Stella? It's terrible. I can't forgive him. To that man, anything was good enough reason for him to get his hands on me. The shower isn't hot enough, the toilet paper was out, and he would kick me every time he has a chance. I was his sandbag to release his stress. I thought he was a kind man. It's unbelievable. But then you came along. Yes. It was the same with me. My husband was nice to me until the baby is born. Why is that? Because he wants a male heir. Besides, women put their children first, so they can't get divorced easily. Indeed. If you gave birth to your baby, you'll go through the same suffering. And if my grandchildren suffer from the same thing, just thinking about it makes me feel that I want to faint right away. You are your parents' precious daughter, and I can't let my husband and son hurt you. I had to make sure she managed to run away. That's what I thought. So it was your true reason. It wasn't because we have different values. You should have been honest with me from the beginning. Let me ask you this question. Will you believe my story when you saw those two kind men laughing so peacefully every day? No, it might have been impossible. That's how kind your husband was. He's amazingly good on the outside. Everyone tells me what a wonderful husband I have. On the outside, I think so too. What about Carson? Maybe he's a victim in a way too. But the fact that he and his father verbally abused me and hit me together is unforgivable, even though he's my own son. You didn't scold him? If I did that, he would immediately report it to his father and I would just get scolded. Seriously? I never noticed. I think I'm not a good judge of men. It's not your fault. He's wearing a perfect mask to hide his true personality, so there's no way that anyone can see through it. It's too much to bear. I feel sad. I'm really sorry, but I'm glad it turned out this way. Carson will probably turn on you someday. Before that happens, you should run away from him. But still, you lied to me to let me run away. If I told you the truth, you wouldn't have run away alone since you were worried about me, right? That's why I didn't. I won't leave you behind, Honoria. That's why I'm still trying to get you to leave that house. I appreciate your kindness, but I'm going back home after I see my daughter. I think my husband and son will go crazy with me gone. Then they might drag you back in too. What are you talking about? Now that I'm gone, you are their only target. That's why. As long as I'm their only target, they won't mess with you or my daughter. It's enough for me alone to suffer this. I won't let you sacrifice yourself for the sake of me and Stella. I'm used to it. As long as you girls are safe, that's all that matters. I don't plan to live long either. And if I can be of use to someone, I can at least feel that my birth was worthwhile. Anyway, just run away with Stella. Don't give up on life yet, Honoria. What? You are still 60 years old. There are many fun things to come. You can even see your grandchildren. As long as you leave that house, you can find a way to be happy. Let's think about being happy. Nicole. Stella is waiting for you. Take your time and talk to her. Where are you now? I'm going to get rid of the main villains. I need to talk to you guys.
Where are you, Nicole? I've been searching for you since yesterday. You went out without telling us. We were worried sick about you. That's right. We called you many times. We even searched the whole neighborhood. You should at least call us.
Silence.
What did you say? Do you have any idea whom you are talking to? That's right. You shouldn't be rude to Dad. What's with you all of a sudden?
I told you to shut up, villains. Both of you use violence against women to take control of them.
What do you mean?
I know everything. I can't forgive you people.
Don't tell me it's my mother. Did she tell you everything?
I don't know.
It's got to be that old hag. She let Nicole go, just like she let Stella go. She's always doing things she doesn't need to. What a stupid old hag. Looks like she hides our toys again.
Huh? Toys? What do you mean?
I was going to take good care of you until you gave birth to a male heir. But that won't be necessary anymore.
I'm not giving birth to your male heir.
That baby is mine. Give the baby to me after you give birth. I won't let you have the baby.
I won't let a psycho like you raise my child. Never. The child will be unhappy.
If it's a boy, I'll definitely risk my life to get the baby back. He's our male heir, you know.
But first, both of you are going to jail.
What? Are you crazy? Don't make me laugh. You got any proof? I check my wife's phone all the time. There's no videos or pictures. Too bad.
I have a medical certificate and a testimony.
Testimony? Whose testimony? You didn't see what happened. Don't be so sure.
It's your neighbors and your daughter Stella. You can't run away anymore.
Stella? You know where she is?
Even if I knew where she is, I won't tell you.
Dad, it's bad enough for us if Stella is involved. Two of them and two of us. You and I have higher social reputations than they do, son. Don't worry about it.
Huh?
Oh, I see. You're right. That's my dad. Do you understand, Nicole? No matter what you do, it's useless.
Don't be silly. Are you guys blind?
What?
I wrote neighbors, didn't I? Don't you know what that means?
The neighbors heard someone screaming from our house and that's about it.
You know that there's a reclusive shut-in living next door, right?
I think his name is Martin or something. He's an overweight guy whose age is over 40 years old.
He was a die-hard fan of Stella.
Seriously?
Anyway, let's put his perversity aside for a moment and get back to the main point. He was snooping around that house all the time until Stella entered college.
No way.
Every time I hung the laundry out, he'd look at me, and that's quite creepy. But when I asked him if he'd seen anything fishy in the house, he told me everything. I guess he felt guilty about stalking Stella.
Who's going to believe something from a shut-in like that?
If it's a testimony, maybe, but he has solid proof. Instead of reporting him to the police for stalking, we were able to get a large amount of videos from him. It's more solid evidence than anything else.
You're lying.
It's not just Stella. There were many videos of Honoria being beaten. You guys are really terrible. Do you know what you've done?
Dad, I think this is bad. Carson, calm down.
You guys are toast.
How much should we pay you?
Huh?
You want money, right? I'll buy those videos from you.
Do you think I'm a materialistic woman? I don't need your money.
Don't act tough. I know that all you want is money.
Don't think you can just run away after making your wife and daughter suffer.
I fed them for free. How can they be suffering? They should be thanking me.
I don't know where you are in the social hierarchy. I'm going to drag you down from there, so be prepared. I can't let you villains get away with this.
You aren't capable of doing that. Just obey us and give birth to a male heir.
What if the baby is a female?
We only need a male heir.
I'm sorry, it's a baby girl.
Really? No kidding.
So you don't want the baby, right? You just said that you only need a male heir, didn't you?
I thought it was a baby boy.
Too bad, it's a baby girl.
That's enough. Ditch that woman and find another wife, Carson. Yes, I will, Dad.
I won't let you do that. You two are going to be on the top page of morning newspaper as the devil father and son in spectacular fashion. Prepare yourselves.
Don't report us to the police. That's right. Listen to your husband, stupid wife. Hurry up and give us that video. Apologize now and I'll let you off the hook.
You're the one who should apologize. Well, I don't think apologizing is enough anyway.
Hey Dad, shouldn't we just apologize and get the videos? We'll be in trouble if we don't do that. Idiot. A gentleman does not apologize easily.
Well, I need to take Honoria to the hospital, get a medical report, and then report to the police. I'm going to be busy.
As for Stella's case, the statute of limitations has long expired. It's been 10 years since she left.
You're wrong. It's only been 9 years. You can't even remember the day your daughter disappeared, can you? That's just unbelievable.
Well,
As for Honoria, her wounds and bruises are fresh, so you guys are totally toast. I have plenty of evidence.
Hey, you stupid wife, stop it. You'll regret it in the end if you dare to report us to the police. Dad, don't be hard on her. Let's just apologize. No, my pride won't let me. You don't want to get caught, do you? I'm not gonna get caught.
Yeah, whatever. I'll make sure that both of you get arrested. Police arrested both Carson and Jasper for domestic violence. When the police came to the house, Jasper was shouting like crazy. He was still being proud of himself even under such circumstances. I laughed when the shut-in neighbor shouted back, telling him that Jasper was just a section chief at a small company. Martin, you did a great job. Stella has decided not to charge Martin for stalking her in the past, so there was no blame to be placed on him. I made Martin write a written pledge not to do the same thing again to Stella. My mother-in-law and I have asked for a lawyer and are proceeding with the divorces. Honoria, who's now completely free from her husband and son, has decided to fight and will testify in court. It's a natural thing to do. May the pain she endured for nearly 30 years be repaid. Now, Honoria and Stella are living together. I asked my parents to send my stuff back to me, and now I'm living near Honoria and Stella. They are reassuring me that they will take care of me after the baby is born. By the way, it was a baby boy. Carson and Jasper are going to be so disappointed. I'll never let them see him anyway.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!